Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everybody. However you happen to be watching and or listening to this, I want to welcome you to the latest episode of the Gaming Circle podcast. The podcast where I don't know about you, man, but it's kind of take like this week in gaming, or maybe this couple of weeks in gaming has kind of taken me for a loop. Like out of nowhere, the Game Awards just kind of showed up on me. I've been busy with other things, so it's just kind of like I turned around and the Game Awards just kind of was here, and oddly enough, it was kind of enjoyable. But we'll talk more about that. I am, of course, your host, Mr. Everborn Saga. Of course.
Are you drunk?
Already.
What's going on, man?
TKO sounds in all the places we communicate. And I'm, of course, joined by the Slanders Fund, Everborn Saga. Good morning, sir.
What's happening? I would posit that is it possible you are feeling like these things are creeping up on you because it's the end of the year? We got two large holidays back to back. You got family traveling. You got a bunch of games coming out, and this is just a testament to the
in-laws come in. We're cleaning the house. We're doing this. We're doing that. It's a whole situation.
It speaks to the dwindling amount of free time that we have available as men and fathers and
indeed
employed individuals. Thankfully,
By the way, on that note, how's Everborn Contractor doing? Like you taking on a lot yourself these days.
Oh, Jesus Christmas. Right, December right now is we're taking a little bit of a break because it's very cold, and because of the holidays, like the contractors are just not available, so we're just doing like little things here and there, and then we're gonna start with like the electrical work and the running the duct work for the HVAC maybe in January, so we can get some heat in place. So big deal, but
Okay. Very cool. Well, as I normally say, shout out to all the great folks that are joining us this morning. Salute to the fam in the Discord, and salute to the fam in this here chat. I see y'all. What's going on to the Infinite Umbra, to Soil Tech, all the good brothers that pull up every Saturday morning as we do this. If you haven't done so already, please hit that like button. Salute to the great legendary Yobi, who's always pulling up on us on a Saturday morning. Salute to you, good sir. I would say this will be kind of more of a chill week, I think, in gaming talk. I thought you and I would talk about some of the games we've been playing, because I know you've been playing some things, I've been playing some things, and then we just recap the Game Awards. We didn't watch it together, so I don't know how you feel about like all of it, but we talked about it in the Discord a little bit, but I would like to hear your takes, because I feel like, unlike other award shows, other years, this was unusually interesting in both good and bad ways. But we'll get into that, right? Like so I think we have a good show planned for you, ladies and gentlemen. Please hit that like button if you haven't done so. Let your friends know that we getting this thing started as we do. So, Mr. Everborn Saga, I'll let you start this thing. What are some games you playing this week? Some things that maybe folks are not keeping on their radar, maybe things that you have not been sharing with us on previous weeks. What you play? I know Gigasword is still in your rotation. You still playing that?
Yes, I am rounding out the end of Gigasword, and it's a fantastic game, but like it's the games that it is a love letter to it. You play it, you get frustrated to the point you want to throw the controller down, then you leave it alone, and then you come back to it a few days later and you solve whatever you're trying to solve in like 5 minutes. So there's a lot of that going on with Gigasword, but it's good frustration. And the other thing is, and this should be on everyone's radar, Terminator 2D No Fate.
Oh yeah. Have you been playing this?
Released, yes, it released either yesterday or the day before. If you do not have this game, if you're a fan of Terminator, if you came up in the 90s, don't run to whatever your favorite store is and get it. It's on Steam, Switch, Xbox, PlayStation, you name it. It really, and there's like contra vibes to it, but there's so much in there that you can tell that these people are like super fans of the Terminator franchise, T2, which was the greatest Terminator
Yeah.
movie in the entire franchise. But
And we will take no notes. We will take no. We'll have no debate about it. We'll just keep it moving.
yeah, and you get to play as Sarah Connor. You get to play as John Connor in the future. You get to play as obviously Arnold Schwarzenegger's Terminator. You get it all. The controls change a little bit. You get power-ups that'll give you the try shot or the homing shot, all of it. Though even the colors that they use are like the colors that they could produce back then.
Wow.
Yeah, but like this game is made in a way where you can tell it could have been made. Like this could have released on the Sega Genesis, right? Or the
Now hold on. Quick question, right? Because I know people say that a lot when it comes to
no, this really.
But no. Understand my question here. People say that a lot when it comes to these games because it looks like they're using this old school aesthetic to do something. But then when you pay attention to like the technical premises of the game or some of the speeds and feeds of it, you go, no. That old system just couldn't do this. Are you saying that they are like seriously beholden to even the memory limitations and everything?
I am saying it is designed for in such a way that it could have released back then. You'll see it from the gameplay mechanics, from the physics, everything. Usually it looks like 8-way control. And
usually released then. But then when you're looking at it and you're like, but you're telling me
but this is what I'm saying. This is not
to the actual, like even the limitations of the engines and everything
in the best way. What I'm saying is, so what you see, like I'll give you an example, right? There's a game that was really good that we talked about before, which is Neon Inferno, right? That's a pixel art game, like Neo Geo inspired, whatever. But you look at the lighting, you look at everything going on, you know that could not exactly. This is not that. This is like literally you were playing something that was emulated, but obviously it's widescreen or whatever. But like just the way that the way you shoot, the way you move, the colors that they use, this could have been made in the latter half of the 16-bit console. So but again, I mean that in the best way.
Yeah, no. I see you. Like I see how the bad guy gets hurt, like with the shaking, the bleeding of when he's getting hit and everything. It is very, very accurate to the time. I as you know, you and I play these 2D-esque games a lot, and a lot of them have now kind of mastered this capability where it makes you think it would run on those old things, but it really wouldn't. So it's interesting that this one would really kind of run on those old things. That's cool. All right. But
I'm sure there's some technical thing that's not there possible, but like it really is in that way. Like we talked about, like okay, so there's a game like Soldiers, right?
Yeah.
Again, pixel art, whatever, great. That's not running on that 16-bit era. But you play Gigasword and you're like, yeah, probably could, right?
Yeah, probably
this
could.
Is that 100%. Kind of thing.
Okay. So here's my second question, and we'll move on from this one. But price tag, I hear it's a little bit pricey.
Is it worth $30? They're paying for the licensing because you're even getting music from then, right? Music that they played in the movie then, and like, I think it's like $26 because the launch price is like 10% off, at least on Steam. But I'm not gonna lie, man, I think it's worth it. Like if you have the nostalgia.
You just see her climbing the ladder, just the way she climbed. I'm like, wow, that was unnecessary animations they deployed there.
But because again, like if you have any love for this franchise, especially T2, the attention to detail here is to me, I say it's worth it. Yeah, it's not like it's $30. There might be a launch discount, but like, I'm sorry, this was $30 well spent. Like, I
Shout
don't.
out to
I'm
the
not
great
even
chat.
like no regrets.
Our first slanderous take of the day, Dorian Gray. They made this game the way Everborn does PCs, artificially limited.
Hey, what can I
like
say?
That. Well done, sir. Good job. All right. Oh, and shout out to Cork and Steam. What's going on, brother? Good to see you, sir.
My 4090 is a single purpose machine.
This is good. So I'd imagine this can run on anything with a lot of horsepower to spare. So this thing will probably be, this is a flight to well, almost a flight to Australia. You can play this on a single charge if you have a handheld. So
so here's another thing. It is very arcade style. Like, so unless you, and by the way, this person that's playing is playing on easy, wherever this footage is coming from.
Yes.
But if you play on normal or anything above, so you if you run out of continues, that's it. You're starting the game over. It really is like,
oh wow, game. Yeah. Okay. The great Soul says on his handheld it runs at 4-watt TDP. That means you running that thing all day, all day and tomorrow,
as it should. And again, so you got to pay attention to your lives. You only get there's nothing to give you health other than getting to a checkpoint. And you run out of continues.
We'll talk about that in a minute.
What'd you say?
Okay. I said checkpoint woes. We'll talk about that in a minute.
No, but the checkpoints are plenty, but what they do is you could actually miss a checkpoint. So you got to make sure you're going left and right anytime you go to another level, because you could walk past it and just not get it. But like they're spread out enough such that it's not really an issue. But again, it is designed like an arcade game, and so in the best ways.
All right, so I would say this is a definite buy, right? You don't wait for a deal on this one. Buy this thing today.
Yeah, I would. Again, if you're into Terminator, but like, yeah. And then the other thing is we got to talk about, and you can talk about this more than me because I started it and then this came out, and so in true Everborn fashion, some retro game comes out and it takes me away from the current AAA.
Okay.
But Metroid Prime 4.
Okay. Hold on. Before we get there.
No, that's you. You got to do that because you got more time than that than I do.
All right. Cool. Yeah. I'll do Metroid Prime 4 right now. And in so doing, before I do
the first boss.
Okay. I've beaten, I think,
I just lost my powers in true Metroid fashion.
Okay. Yeah. Which, boy, oh boy, you will lose your powers in true Metroid fashion. Let's see. All right. So let's say I've been playing Metroid Prime 4. Should I show footage? Because Lord knows, you never know.
I don't even know with these guys.
I don't even. You know what? Imagine. I'm not going to show it because them ninjas, they out there. I'm sorry. And there's a lot of
everybody
footage
loves
out
them,
but hey,
they keep getting passes for stuff like this.
It is what it is. Yes, but all right. So I've been playing Metroid Prime 4. I actually started. When I'm the kind of guy when I buy this hardware, when I buy the Switch and all this other hardware, I want you to show me why this thing is cool. Like, show me why, from a hardware perspective, why you made the decisions you made. And I usually think that first party games are where you really get a chance to see that. So I was excited to try Metroid Prime 4. And I will tell you, honestly, I'm really having a good time with it. Like, I think it's a great game. It has old school aesthetics in the best kind of way, right? It's almost like during the Halo series, during the heydays of Halo 1, 2, and 3, right? The Metroid team went, you know what, we can build one of those, and started work on their version, and have been doing that all this time. You know what I mean? And even though a lot has changed since that time, and we've moved on as a gaming society, and maybe there's been some modernizations, and I'm not saying this in a detrimental way, but the feel have moved on. But this feels like that's where it comes from, and I mean that in the best way. Like, it's really fun, and like, it gets frustrating just to the point when you're just like, I'm frustrated, and then bam, the solution's right in front of you. and it's
How do
really
you
good at doing
feel
that over
about
and over.
the aiming system? Because I thought it was interesting. Like you aim, but then you have to like aim a little bit more. So when you aim down
Yeah,
sights,
yeah,
it locks
yeah,
on, but then not
yeah.
totally, and then you have to get to
That part,
where you're
honestly,
going.
is annoying as all hell for me. Why? Because by default, I want to play this like a first-person shooter, and it feels fun playing it like a first-person shooter. But as you're playing it, there will come times where you need to lock on, and because they want you to play it a different way, they want you to play it in the waggle way, like back in the Wii days where you're using your arms to control things, right? And that's how they want you to play it in those moments. So it becomes detrimental for me because I just want to play it like a first-person shooter. You know what I'm saying? It's not the game's fault. It might be just my way, because what I'm talking about here is, like, for example, you can go through the whole game just shooting like a first-person shooter would, right? Left control, left stick, right stick, thumbs, triggers, the whole situation. Standard first-person shooter control scheme. Even the lock-on works, where you hit the trigger, you lock on, and then you pull the trigger and you shoot, right? And it's all good. But during like harder bosses, mid bosses, and actually big bosses, they expect you to lock on and then use the other stick, or even your whole entire arm, because it's got the gyro, to kind of lock in, and Samus's cannon moves freely while you're locked into whatever target you're locked into, right? But if you're so used to playing FPSs, you're bopping around while you're using your fingers, right? You're using your thumbs. And then that becomes detrimental to your aiming, because now your body movement is moving you away from the target that you've locked in on. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a very weird paradigm that requires
It's just one of those
your
things
brain.
you got to get used to it.
Yes.
That it's the same thing I said about Neon Inferno, like getting used to running left and right to shoot, but also being able to switch to background shooting at any time. It's you gotta get your muscle memory right.
Exactly. Yes.
And that
But-
doesn't really that's really bad if you play multiple games, right? If you just lock in and say, all right, I'm just playing Metroid, I'm just playing Neon Inferno right now, that's it, good to go. Your brain,
bro, you know me.
Click,
know me. I am the grazer like extraordinaire. I'm always playing 4 or 5 games at the same time.
Yeah, but that's the problem, man. When they got
and unfortunately
controls.
Believe it or not, I had rebought and started replaying Mungfish's what the heck is that name of that game? Oh my goodness. Gosh darn, every time I always forget the name of this game. Another prominent first-person shooter that I was replaying, right? And as I'm replaying it, I had to stop, because, like, exactly to your point, I can't train my brain to play it this way and then train my brain to play it that way. I had to stop, because Metroid, as fun as it is, and it's very fun, makes you want to continue playing it. But to the point is, it's not a standard first-person shooter, so you can't play it and Atomic Heart at the same time. You know what I mean? So I had to back burner Atomic Heart real quick, because you just can't do it. I even tried like a kind of a little bit of a hack. I don't know if you guys have heard of the GameSir Tarantula controller. There's this, it's a very cool controller. It has a nice heft to it. It can be your Switch 2 Pro controller, because it connects to Switch 2 and it has a firmware upgrade that lets you do so. And the cool thing about it is you can switch the control scheme to Xbox mode or to Switch mode as far as the face button's controlled, and it has a motor, right? But even if you switch it to Xbox mode, it still responds to Switch. So all of your buttons are now in the way Xbox would have it, rather than Nintendo, right? Even that, meaning like regular Switch mode, like broke my brain and I couldn't do it. It was just very, very frustrating. So you like you're saying, you have to lock in and just be like, yep, I'm just playing this game. I'm not playing anything else. It is what it is, But yes, I'm enjoying it. I'm having a good time. It's fun. I haven't finished it yet. I think so those who know, I have I've powered on 2 generators, and I've even gotten my little cycle. I haven't gotten to the empty desert yet, because I know there's at some point you just get sent to the open world desert. Right now I'm still cycling through the various, I think I just finished.
So what you're saying is your game still has music.
Oh my, funny. My game always has music, baby. You know why? Because usually when I'm playing this game, it is docked in my office, and I'm playing it through watching OBS. So there's Spotify in the corner that I just turn
That
on.
doesn't count, and you know it.
It
Don't
definitely counts. Cause screw
Don't
you,
make
Nintendo.
excuses.
I am not letting you charge me $30 for music. I'm sorry. I have a Spotify account. I will use it. I even
Speaking
typed
of
in
Spotify,
Metroid Prime playlist on Spotify and was playing that while playing the game. So there you
it's
go.
a little disgusting that that's what you have to do. But
Yes.
speaking of Spotify, there's a new Nas album out, sir.
There is.
And
There's
it
a
is
new Nas
damn
album out.
good.
There's also a new Eric Sermon album out. Like, we can get
That
into
makes
the
sense
hip-hop
why he was in the documentary.
you know what it is. We should talk about the documentary too, but that'd be a
No,
whole
we
different
should not.
podcast.
That is a Discord conversation, sir.
Indeed. Hashtag join the Discord. If you have not joined our Discord, discord.gg/TGCP. Become a member. Enjoy yourself. We're a little bit more non-PG-13 on that one, but yeah, you can join us. It's mad fun. But yeah, so about Metroid Prime, I'm really having a good time. I see the man, we call him the president of Nintendo. He's in the chat. I see you, sir. Because I love slandering him, I will say, I started this game when I first got this game, right? I got the vouchers. You know, Nintendo does this $100 for a voucher where you get 50-50 you could put on two different games. So I got this game initially with a voucher because I had gotten the voucher for another purpose. I think my son wanted a game or whatever, and I bought it through a voucher. So I had an extra voucher. So I was like, all right, I'll just use it to pre-order this thing. And of course, I knew that it would only give me the Switch 1 version, and I would eventually have to upgrade. So it was no big deal, right? So it comes out. I install it onto my Switch 2, Switch 1. Which,
how much
by the way,
one version?
70.
The Switch 1 version is 70.
Oh no, 60. Is it 50 or 60? I think it's 60. It's 60. My bad, 60. The Switch 2 version is 70. The Switch 1 version is 60. So basically, the reason why you want to use the voucher is if you were to use the voucher, now you have the Switch 1 version, and you buy another game, and you kind of save $10, right? So it's $60 for the Switch 1 version, but you use the voucher, and now you save $10 on that game. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So even, and actually, technically, if you think about it, I even saved money on the deal anyway, because I bought two $50 games, presumably, because the Switch 1 version is $60, but you can get it for like half. So I was able to get another game for the kid, right? And then I had to pay $10 to get the Switch 2 upgrade, which made it $60. Right, so it's all good. It worked out. It worked out for the Switch 2 version. So, but here's the thing, though. Here's the I know it's ridiculous. Oh, you want to get to another layer of confusion? I bought this thing on the Switch 2. I paid for it on the Switch 2, pre-ordered it on Switch 2, the whole thing on the Switch 2. My Switch 1 right now is in mothballs, not mothballs, but it's basically in my museum, in my case where I show off all older game systems, right? The battery was dead, the whole thing, it's gone. For some reason, when this game came out and I started playing it, I was playing it on the Switch 2, it's all good. My kid, who has a Switch Lite, right? My two kids have Switch Lites. He wanted to play the game, didn't ask me permission, pulled it from me because he has the ability to do so, which, yes, my fault. I shouldn't have let him easily have access to my account. But once he did that, I had to literally turn on my OG Switch 1 and then do the whole put them side by side together to have the what do you call it? The license pulled back to my Switch 2. Talk about confusion.
We need to talk about that because
it's wild, bro.
I had people in here making excuses for this nonsense DRM stuff that Nintendo was doing. Listen, look, the thing is this, right? When I got the last time I played my Switch 2 was when Donkey Kong Bonanza came out. Because the Switch 2, it's you get it for the first party stuff.
In that time, my kids played my Switch 2 a lot, but that's
right.
My
but again, I literally bought, I think 4 Switches, right? I got one for a friend of mine, I got one for my daughter, I got one for my son. Right, Switch 2. So there's 3 Switch 2s in my house and a friend of mine that has one. Right now, my son, like he's because you can have two devices on your account, right?
Mhm.
So my son, he has my like his Switch is connected to my account or whatever, so he can get access to my games or whatever, right? So now I try to I buy, what do you call it, spend my $70. I try to get I try to play Metroid, and they're like, nope.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm like, all right, well, why don't let me try to load it on the system? Load it on the system. Nope. And then I go into the settings like I was told in here to turn on the online licensing. And guess what? Don't matter. Can't play it. They tell me I have to
turn on your old one and
yeah,
to the
right.
new one. Yeah.
And then and there's another setting. There's another setting in there. So there's in your regular settings, there's one to say, all right, this is your main whatever. This is your main you got your online licensing. So whether somebody has it or not, you can play your game. Cool. You also have to go into the eShop settings.
Yeah.
Very hard to find these settings, by the way. And then go in, and it's some weird name that I can't remember the name of it. And you have to deregister.
You have to triggering the president of Nintendo right now.
I don't understand.
Boy.
Like, why do y'all guys have to simp for this? I don't get it. Right? It's okay to have criticism.
I know, right? God forbid.
Like, we bought the game, right? We supported, and like you just nothing. You don't want. This is why nothing will change for y'all.
Exactly.
Anyway, the point is. Right? So
you
now
got DLSS and them textures are still trash, sir.
I am in. You got to go in the eShop settings and deregister a device, right?
Yep.
But
I had to do the same thing.
Right.
Yep.
I had to go and find my OG Switch, because even though I moved everything over to the new Switch, I had to find the OG Switch.
And by the way, that OG Switch
into the eShop settings.
By the way, that OG Switch, when the battery is dead, you can't just plug in a power source and it turns on. No. You got to plug it in, wait 30 minutes for it to juice it to a point where you can turn the switch on. Even if the power source is plugged in, it won't turn on. Bro, I was very frustrated.
All right, so then
I'm in the middle of a boss and my son like took my save away, and then it hit me with that whole connect the old switch to the new switch thing.
Right.
Like, damn it.
Right. So now, okay, I did the thing in the eShop, but still I got to connect this switch to my account because it's not linked, right? The only way for me to link it, because my son signed it. Oh, by the way, after you do that setting in the eShop, the next device that signs in, it doesn't matter, right? Because if you have multiple, your SOL, the next device that signed in will be considered your regular device.
Yo, check out the Black John's comment, man. Would suck if you sold the old Switch.
Yes, it would. Bro. Yes, it would. And again,
my God.
And but it gets better. So now, right? I gotta link this. I gotta link this my Switch to my account because my son, used it after me or whatever. So his is linked, and they're like, in order to link it, you got to bring his Switch next to yours. So I call my son, and I'm like, "Yeah, can you bring your Switch up here? My bad, Nintendo's being weird." And then he's like, "Yeah, I'm at work."
Oh damn. Oh damn!
And it's in the trunk of my car, like mother. So I had to wait I had to wait till he got back the next day, and then when he got back the next day, it wasn't charged. And I'm just trying to play the game.
You see, this is my point. But Cork's team making a good point. He says we try to get blacklisted from Nintendo.
Nintendo don't have to blacklist us. Their stands is out here ready to defend. Right. You can't say nothing about Nintendo without somebody swooping in like, hold.
You know what though? Let us be equal opportunity. Okay, let us be equal opportunity, because I have another case where this same situation happened, but on the flip. All right, because the president of Nintendo, aka Major, is in here, or MJ Dark rather, is in here, and he is absolutely right. We should keep the same energy. Okay, so we were talking about games we're playing, so I'm going to continue talking about that. But what I will talk about is another game that my kids really like. It captured their imagination, and they and I have been going crazy playing this game. I know you probably haven't heard of it. it's an early jump into Game Pass. Just jumped into Game Pass like I think it was a couple days ago, but already like I think my son beat it already. We're close to beating it, and it's literally called A Game About Digging a Hole. That's what it's called. A game about digging a hole. And funny enough, when you boot this game up and you look at the backyard, it looks exactly like my backyard, like almost identical to. Here's the look. Let me see if I can get it to boot up. There you go. That's the look right there. It's exact, except my backyard is not fenced in. It's a little further out.
Your backyard has a literal golf course at the back.
Yeah, it goes further back.
Got to be modest, sir.
But needless to say, it captured my son's attention because he looks at the backyard. He looks at this game. He's like, "Hey, I can't dig up that backyard, but I can dig up this backyard." Needless to say, this game has a very simple premise. Like as you see in the screen here, you got a computer. That computer's think of that computer like your eBay, right? Anything you find in your backyard, you go there, you sell it, right? And then the opposite side is your workbench where you have a shovel, you have an inventory, you have batteries, and you have a jetpack, right? And you have to grow all of those. And as you grow, as you dig deeper into the ground, right, your shovel is automated, so you're using battery to do that. So at some point, the battery will subside, and you have to sell the stones and the minerals you find at the bottom of this thing in order to get enough money to recharge your batteries, increase the capabilities of your device, all of that. Needless to say, this game can be beaten like, I don't know, like 5-6 hours, something like that. We were able to max out our all of our tools. As you can see on the screen here, it's like, oh yeah, you just start digging. When you look at ours, it's like we wanted to build a pool. There is not a stitch of green. There's not a stitch of dirt. The whole thing is an empty floor at this point. And there's a surprise at the bottom of that. I won't spoil. Very fun, little, interesting game. Took our attention 2-3 days and you're done. But my son loves it. We've been playing it for a couple days. I don't know if you've seen this thing.
No, I did hear you talking about it. By the way, speaking of time to beat, I hear that Terminator 2D No Fate can be beaten in like under 2 hours because it is like an arcade game, right? But again, you're not gonna do it in that time because you're gonna play multiple times, you're gonna die, you're gonna have to start over. So you're gonna get a bunch of hours out of it, but it is like an arcade game where like you can get to the end fairly shortly.
So basically they pretend like you're standing in front of an arcade. You ain't standing on your feet for 8 hours. I get that.
Exactly.
That's cool.
Exactly.
That's cool. Yes. So yes, this is the game. This is the game that we've been playing. I've been having a fun time talking with. But to MJ's point about keeping the same energy, I too was playing this game on my handheld, and then my son hit the power button on the old Xbox. And guess what happened? In the middle of the damn game, boop, it's gone. And up to this day, the more my kids get more excited about playing games, the more not having multiple Game Pass accounts becomes very frustrating. And I refuse to get multiple Game Pass accounts. I need a family.
But here's the problem. I'm gonna stop you right there. Sure. Right. I paid $70 for Metroid. Yep. This is not like a licensing for a subscription service thing. True. Again, not really cool, but whatever. It's a subscription service, right? If I buy a game on, let's just say Steam, and the same can be said for Xbox, but if I buy a game on Steam, I can have 5 family members that can take that game out. As long as I'm not playing it, they can take it out, and it is what it is, right? And if I want to play it, I don't have to bring their device next to me. And if you bought this game on Xbox, right, you have a certain number of devices that you could sign into, and you have some devices that you could say, this is an offline device, right? So I'm not in the business of comparing what a subscription service does with licensing to what you do with a game that you actually purchased.
So
once again, let's not make
in the cat brigade. In the cat brigade, we have MJ. And of course, appropriately wearing a cap. He says
Cool.
you paid for
That's
one license,
That's
Silverboard.
cool.
One license.
That's cool. I paid for a license, but I don't got to bring a device next to me and then go in a store setting to actually play the game that I just bought and downloaded. Stop.
Yeah.
Listen,
it is wild. It is.
listen.
Look,
If
look.
Nintendo opened to OnlyFans, you'd be the number one donor.
Oh, don't do that. Don't do don't do that. Don't do that. It's too early for that. Don't do
Don't
that.
get me started.
Listen. Look, I don't even have an issue with any of their licensing concerns or any of that stuff. It's just the idea that you have to like have your old device. Remember to like keep your old device around or disassociate it enough to where it won't automatically like connect back to that device. So now you need to bring it close in order to. That's kind of wild. You know what I mean? Like and if you recall,
This literally
this
could
thing
be-
happened.
Yeah.
This happened to PS4 to PS5 for some people. I remember Cognito.
Listen.
Shout out to the Cog. He did the same thing when he moved to the next version of Ghost of Tsushima, and his save was on the PS4 and couldn't transfer. Like these issues need to be solved, man. Anyway.
Listen, you could solve this issue. You don't need the device to be next to you, right? You could just say, I'm pulling the license off of that one. Here, you want to play it now since you're the owner and you're the primary account. This is very, very easy to do, but they won't do it because anytime somebody says something to them about it, here come the, you know what? Let me.
The
devil is a liar.
And Dorian speaking the truth. God help you if your old device is broken. Oh boy, sir. Speak on it, sir. Anyway, let us move on. That's the second game. This is a game about digging a hole.
I'm glad
it's pretty fun.
you and your son are having fun with this. That does not look like it is for me at all.
Oh no, I know. It's but this is the point,
but
right?
you
Like,
do-
this is why when you say, well, Game Pass is not necessarily, like you could just buy the games. Not every game you want to buy. Not every game you even know you like, right? Some games, there's no way you'd pay for that. But when your kid looks at it and they go, hey, that looks fun, or Game Pass has shown that any weird game they pop into that service tends to be interesting, you'll give it a shot and have some fun with your kids. It's a great game. I think people who try it, will have a great time with it. No protagonists, no antagonists, no craziness, just almost a cozy game, if you will. But there is a little twist at the bottom. I'll just tell you that. Anyway, so it's a fun game. What other games do you want to discuss, sir?
No, after all of my Nintendo licensing facts that I said, I'm not calling it slander because it's true.
'Cause it's true, yeah.
But Metroid Prime 4 is a fantastic game. And
It is.
I would like to say, I don't know when the Switch came out, but
Mhm.
from Mario Kart to Donkey Kong to Metroid, I think they had a very good first year. And there was some other stuff that I don't care about, like the what was it? Air Riders, Kirby Air Riders. I heard people like that. It's not my game, but
yeah.
I think they had a very solid first year of titles.
I
Even
will
though
say put a
no
pin in
Mario
Mario
Zelda.
Kart. Put a pin in Mario Kart because we're going to double back on that one. Yeah, and
yeah,
when we
no,
double
I mean,
back on that
listen,
one,
Mario
hold
Kart.
on. Let me preempt. When we double back on that one, we might be switching some roles here a little bit. I'm just saying, just for a moment. We might be switching. We might be switching some hats. We'll be switching caps virtually. We'll see how we do. Anyway, go ahead, sir.
Yeah, so I do, and this is how you do it. You can have praise, but you can also criticize. You don't have to.
Oh
simp.
boy, you don't have to simp. He says. All right.
Oh wait, I do want to talk about one thing. So finally, during the Game Awards, which we will talk about later,
yeah, we're about to
there
get
was
to it.
also a reveal that the Nitro deck,
Yeah. Oh,
from
bro.
Crack, the Nitro deck
Bro.
2 has been announced, and you can pre-order it now.
Pre-ordered already, sir. Pre-ordered already.
Can we talk about this
Locked in.
for a second? Because
Please
I
do.
love what they're doing with the grips. What I don't like
Mhm.
is that they want you to do a Bluetooth connection standard, and I know they got a little dongle, but I don't really like that dongle.
No. But that dongle's look. The problem with what they're offering you, the reason why they're offering you the way they are, is because let's be honest and let's be real. Nintendo has kind of gimped a lot of the protocols on that thing. So like the cleanest protocol you have for communication with that thing now is Bluetooth, right? Secondarily, you can do the wired connection, but that wired connection, the reason why that's a little gimped is because the USB-C standard is not fully capable in there. That's why you can't plug in a like an AR glasses and just have display. It
Yeah,
doesn't
but
by
the
default.
first one, I understand that, but
Yes.
the first one allowed you to hardwire it. I
Because
just don't like that it's a
because
separate piece.
because the first one didn't have a gimped port.
But it's not that, right? And and hear me out, right? This was about the design that they went with this time. They went with a backbone.
You wanted it to
style
slide
design,
in rather than a
and
back.
they did, yeah.
design.
So it's not really. I'm not saying what you're saying is wrong about
I see what you
the
mean.
USB protocol, but this is
Yeah.
not why that is. They
Yeah.
just went with this backbone style design, and so because
Yes.
of that, you can't
Yes.
slide it in. And the only
So-
reason they did that is because they wanted
do
it
some
to
visual
also
aids.
work with the Switch
Switch
One,
One.
so they could
Yes.
they could sell it like that. So
Okay.
like,
So, ladies and gentlemen, this is what we're talking about here. All right. So let's just be clear. Day one, I already purchased it. This is what it would look like. Actually, not this is what it looks like, right? See if I can zoom in a bit. There you go. Right. So now it's like a telescopic controller rather than a controller you slide the Switch tablet into, right? So, and I understand what you mean, everyone. Let's break it down, right? Check it out. You'll see it here. So, and of course, they did a whole breakdown on IGN. But here's what he's talking about. So
it's very Steam Deck like the shape of it, right?
Yes.
You see that?
Look, so you can see here, you slide it in, and then in the back there, you twist the knob to tighten it, right? But to Everborn's point, instead of having it like the last version where it was just sliding in and at the bottom it would just lock into the USB naturally, now if you want that low latency mode, you have to get the little USB dongle thing here because by default it's connecting through Bluetooth instead. I get that.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that. And the design that they had before was very, very sturdy because of the way it is. And I don't know if this telescopic, whatever you just said, I don't know how I feel about that. I don't know how durable that's going to be and how solid it's going to feel.
Yeah.
So that's the reason I didn't pre-order. Like, I need to see. And shout out to Major. Even he said this, right?
Yeah.
But he only said it because Nintendo didn't make it.
Oh, painful.
I gotta wait to see the in-person reviews.
Sure. Okay.
Before I pre-orders. It looks nice, but I don't know how sturdy it's going to be. And the whole point is for something that is sturdy.
I'll be honest with you. The day that the Switch 2 was in my hand, the one thing I asked for is where the heck is my Nitro Deck 2? So as soon as this thing was there, I'm like, it's a bill. Even if it's a problematic bill, I'll pay the cost to be the boss. I want this thing day one. Like,
you're gonna have to be the guinea pig for this. You have to be the beta boy.
I will be beta boy all day.
I'm not ordering this until
I'm looking forward
whatever.
to it.
And the other thing is, like, this is the standard versions, like black or white. They'll always have those. So it's not like this is like a limited edition that they're going to come out with later. So I'm fine not pre-ordering.
Aaron is saying Switch 2 feels great on its own. Let's be real, sir. That just speaks to the size of your hands, sir. Because for me, the Switch 2 is a thin piece of cardboard that I need to frequently put cases on in order to hold it for more than 30 minutes.
Hold on, Aaron. How long do you sit down and play that Switch 2
for?
Like, have you sat down and played it for hours on end?
Have
you gotten on a flight and played that? Because if you did that and you wasn't feeling cramps in your hand, then
he says hours. So that tells you he has far more fortitude than we do, sir. We need more comfort.
I mean, maybe either his hands are built different or there's a little bit of something going on. We'll just keep. But you and Major are probably friends. That might be Major's alt account.
I would say, Aaron, the zeitgeist is on our side on this one because there is a huge cottage industry of turning your Switch into an ergonomic thing. This device exists, the second iteration of it, mind you, because of that very reason. So I think you're a a minority in this one, right? Most people, the first thing you do, you buy your Switch, you enjoy your Switch, you get a great case that makes the Switch more holdable. That's just how it works. So this is us hoping that this then makes it, ergonomically sound so where you can use it and play it for a longer period of time. That's the only bit of slander I've had for the Switch since day one. I don't like the controller.
By the way, it looks fantastic though. It very much. I love the way the Switch 2 looks, but at any time I'm playing it for a long time.
It's terrible to hold. Yeah, and Metroid Prime 4 is a prime example. I want to play that thing wherever I am. I want to take it with me. Like for once, I'm taking it off its dock. I want to take it with me, right? But even with the controller, even with the ergonomic case that I have, which works great, it's still not like my MSI Claw or my Steam Deck or the Legion Go. All very great ergonomically, can be used to play for hours. This is not that. This, the Nitro Deck 2 rather, seems to bring that more in line with what we're used to. So, to each his own.
And they're not using Hall effects anymore.
Yeah. Now they're using
I didn't know I don't think he said TMR.
No.
Unless he called it a different name.
The capacitive. They're using capacitive.
Right. But is that TMR when he says?
No. It's capacitive is magnetics.
Okay.
It's kind of like TMR, but it's a different way of expressing it. It is magnetics, so it's not like rubbing against each other. It's offset on a magnetic. So that potentially you get less potential for stick drift. Barely ever stick drift. No one will ever say never, but they use the magnetics. They align it in a certain way so it never touches and potentially does not.
But the ergonomics on this look very good. I just need to see how sturdy it feels before I take the plunge.
I do not disagree, sir. I like I said, day one, I was like, yep. Because I was not part of the first Nitro Deck crowd. I used a lot of the second party versions, right? Like they like there are second party versions that did a good enough job for me at the time. I think Amazon sent me.
I should say my Nitro Deck on the OG Switch died on me.
Yeah. I did hear that the workmanship wasn't great on Gen 1, right?
So we'll see. We'll see how that goes. All right, let's move on. There's another
game. We have more games.
More games.
We got some games. Yeah. We got some more games. Well, don't worry. We'll be quick through these games. This because we would be remiss if we don't speak on this game. If you have not played this game, you should be playing this game. What game are we talking about? We're talking about Marvel's Cosmic Invasion.
Didn't we talk about this last week?
Played this. I'm reminding people. Because it's a game that needs to be played by all. It is fantastic. It is excellent. More people need to be playing it. Like I ran through this thing in like 2 sittings. Pretty easy like playthrough. But much like you were saying, arcade form. Just because you play through to the end doesn't mean the game is over. There's an arcade mode. There's all these other challenges and stuff you can do. Very cool. And it's awesome. Like co-op. That's the thing that's kind of hard to do these days for me. Like my kids always want to play together on the same screen, and for some reason, every game is like, you have a different hardware, right? No, fam, we want to sit in front of the same thing. And most of the time, most games don't do that. This lets you do that, right? You can literally just sit in front of the couch with your fam, 4 players, and get the business. It's a beautiful game. More people should play it. Have you tried it yet, sir?
Oh yeah. I played the I think like the first 3 levels. I played. It's just that I need to finish Gigasword, and I'm like almost 40 hours into it. I know I'm at the end, and I want to just not have that on my plate before I go.
You're over pixelated right now.
I need to finish Gigasword. Then I'm going to Cosmic whatever, and then I still didn't even get through Absalom yet. There's just too many games.
Too many games, as they say. Yes, sir. Now, one last game I want to talk about. Just one last game, because I was provided a code, and I need to shout them out, and I need to say thank you. But what game am I talking about? Well, it's more a game you've played for a while. If you played this, it is what it is. It's been with us for a minute. But this was a very weird little DLC announcement. So when they offered it to me, I was like, why the heck not? I'm talking about Hitman 3 Eminem versus Slim Shady DLC. I don't know if you remember seeing this DLC announcement.
Yeah, don't care at all about this, but I'll let you
Believe it or
explain
not,
it to people.
it is pretty fun. It is pretty interesting. Look, so the thing I like about Hitman, and the thing I've always liked about Hitman is you can go from beginning to end relatively quickly. It's a people puzzle, right? How are you going to get in and get out without getting in trouble, right? Some people go in guns blazing, they come out, people chasing them, whatever. The key to this game, to your success in this game, is how could you do it sneaky, walk in, walk out, no one's none the wiser. And even in that realm, there's like 8 or 9 different ways of attacking any one mission. And when you attack those missions, like you get more dialogue, you get like you learn more as you're going into it, right? And the thing that was at least really interesting for me while playing this is like Eminem's voice. Like he's part of, like he did the voiceover for it. So the more you play and the more ways you try to outsmart or like beat the his alter ego, the more the game like unveils more of the dialogue and more of the weird shit. Like it gets kind of crazy. It gets crazy. Like, because for those who don't know, it's a game where it's a DLC rather. It's like those missions where you've seen it happen where special characters come into the world and you're supposed to assassinate them, right? And you have an X amount of time to do it. The rules are very tight. It's not like just standard campaign fare. You have rules that you have to follow in order to accomplish your task. You jump in, you follow those rules, you get out, you get paid. That's how that works, right? So Eminem, like the character Eminem, has hired your group to assassinate Slim Shady, his alter ego, which is an actual person that exists in this world. And of course, as you'd imagine, Slim Shady's crazy. He's taking over a location. He's like terrorizing the people that are there. It's basically the Joker, and it gets wilder and wilder, but only in Eminem fashion. And if you know his lore, you know his music, they're playing music throughout. He's making quips that stuff that you remember, right? But on the other side, you trying to assassinate him, you have your handler in your ear, but the handler in your ear is also Eminem, like the normal guy, Eminem. So while you're having this conversation back and forth, he's talking you through stuff in your ear while the other version of him is also going crazy. It's an interesting thing. It's kind of wild. I didn't think it would work. I didn't expect it to work. It was just kind of wild, but I'm having fun with it. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. So, it's not revolutionary, right? It's like, if you've seen this, it's more of the same. You've seen this before. You've played this before, but it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. If you like it, if you like this kind of thing, and they keep bringing more of this kind of stuff to you, it's a small DLC. It's relatively inexpensive. You've seen them do this before, but now it's with Slim Shady and his voice is in it, and there's lots of cool music, and he gets kind of nuts and almost the Joker-esque in certain parts of the world. So if you haven't checked it out, you should. And thanks to Keymailer for hooking me up with the code for Hitman. A weird thing about Hitman, like I was trying to find it. I thought it was Hitman 3, but now it's called Hitman World of Assassinations. So I thought it was a whole different game, but it's Hitman 3, right? It's the DLC for Hitman. So there's that. So you would never play this, Everborn, I assume. And if you're speaking, sir, you are on mute currently. Oh.
No, I'm here. My headphones lost their Bluetooth connection and then reconnected and everything was
I hate when that happens
terrible.
to me.
All right, tell me what you said.
Oh no. I'm just asking. You would never play this?
No,
okay,
not at all.
So there you go. Yes. By the way, Aaron, I will take offense in the chat to you. He says Hitman is so dated. I'll give you that. It's been out for a minute, but I will contend that Hitman is one of the most complete packages you can buy if you haven't played it yet. Like to this day, like it offers so much content, and one of the main reasons why I will cap for it, yes, I'll say that, why I will, is because this is one of the first games, one of the only games where they gave you this complete package, this whole game, and then went, oh, you can also play the entire game in VR after it was built. Very hard to do. and not even like a dumbed down version of it. Nope, the whole damn thing. You can put on a VR headset, play the whole thing in VR, and they have implemented like moves, sets, and how to make it work in VR, and it's actually pretty useful, pretty good. So I love this package. They did a great job, and I think IO deserves a lot of credit for it. But yes, I'm looking forward to what they do with 007 because I feel like, yeah, it's time to move on to 007. But yes, there you go. All right. So with that in mind, I think we can move on to talking about the Game Awards. Before we do though, real quick, let me catch up on a couple of super chats. Just a few has jumped in here. Let's see. And I will preempt this by saying MJ Dark is, he's being a little villain arc this morning. His first super chat today, he says, with the $2 super chat, he says, well, Mario beats Sonic yet again. Any response to that, Mr. Everyone Tiger?
No, but I mean, even Major knows that is a travesty that should not have happened. That man has more hours in Sonic Racing, Cross World Racing than he does in Mario Kart World.
Indeed. I think even he will agree, and we'll get there, but even he will agree that Sonic was robbed this one time. Sonic was robbed. Anyway, Dr. Dashi 87 with a 50 MX. I wonder what the MX denomination stands for, but thank you so much for being here, for checking out the show. And the super chat says TGA proved what I have been telling people: an Xbox gamer who blocks all noise online and just gamed 8 all year, banger after banger. Hey, there you go. Right? I guess he's saying that the online noise isn't a real place, and that chances are, if all you're there for is to play your games, you will enjoy yourself. I agree. There's a lot of Discord that.
I mean, if you really like, joking aside, like if you look at all the people that are like kind of like Xbox detractors these days, and the people that talking about they feel betrayed, none of them talk about games.
True.
None of them.
Because you have no dog in the fight.
They talk about
when you talk about games.
Betrayal. Yes. They talk about lies. They talk about what's getting ported. They don't talk about actual games. Why they don't talk about that? Because this has probably been one of the best years for first party game releases on the Xbox side. And
now remember, they used to talk about games.
When they didn't have it.
No games.
As soon as they got games, they didn't care about games anymore.
Yes. Enough of the shadow boxing. So
no, those are direct jabs. That's not shadows. You know who you are. You know exactly who you are, and you know that you ain't talking about no games. But let's go.
So we're gonna talk about what we saw at the TGAs. I think we should start at the top with the awards themselves, because let's talk about the awards, and then we'll break down the videos and stuff we saw. I think obviously that's far more interesting. We'll leave that towards the end. So let's first and foremost kick this thing off just with some of the winners and stuff. And you tell me, Mr. Everborn Saga, if any of this stuff was surprising to you. I contend that this year is probably the most, I don't know about boring, but predictable years when it came to this. Everybody knew from start what it would be, and it kind of ended up what it was going to be. Do you disagree?
No, I don't think everybody did know that it was going to be that. Everybody, Expedition 33 was the favorite going in, but a lot of people thought that there was going to be upsets. A lot of people thought that they were going to, favor Kojima or favor Sony or go for Hollow Knight in the upset. So I didn't know who was going to get what, but like halfway through the show, you started to realize, okay, it's going to be a clean sweep. The thing about the Game Awards is I don't really care who wins these things, because again, I watch this thing for the announcements or whatever. But it seems that there was like a theme this year, like the theme this year was independent creators and celebrating them, and I think that's a good goal, right? Mm-hmm. So it would have betrayed that theme and again, I'm okay with that because I think the right game won. I think Expedition 33 is a game of the generation. I think we will be talking about that game for decades to come. I don't think it's one of those things you just forget. And so, you know, it just so happened that, you know, even with whatever whatever the narrative they were trying to spin was, it was for the right cause and for the right game. So I'm here for it. And again, if I was choosing in all of these categories, I would have, like, of the 9 awards, maybe 8 of them I would have said Expedition 33 deserves.
So about that, right? And I'll ask a question because well, Mr. Wolf, shout out to the great John Wolf. I haven't seen him in here, but he asked a question yesterday in the chat, and it was worth in the Discord rather. It was worth an interesting conversation. I'll bring it up here, right? He too agrees that this game, like all the platitudes you've given it, he too agrees with that as well. But he asked, is all the accolades that have given to them, the clean sweep that it ultimately achieved, was that too much? Did it transition from, oh my God, we're giving this masterpiece the accolades it deserves, into glazing territory for you? What do you think?
No, because again, if we go by each category, show me the one that should have won. Go in each category to Expedition 30. Forget about the numbers. Look at them in silos, right?
Yeah.
Look at them in silos. Forget about the larger point you're trying to make, and category by category.
Yep.
Which ones should have
so
won?
You know what? To that point, sir. To that point. So what we'll do then is, as we come across these, and we're going to go through these each at a time. It's not too many of them. As we go through them, let's think about it, right? I know, obviously, Game of the Year, that is not even to be debated. I think it's a righteous call.
I think art direction as well.
Yeah. So let's go through it, right?
Well,
but even in the
narrative,
Game of the Year category, even in the Game of the Year category, though, do you think everyone here deserved to be here, or
that's not for me to say?
Because that in and of itself is an achievement that sometimes, you know, gets things moving to be nominated.
At the end of the day, you had 4, as a matter of fact, if you count Kingdom Come, but you have 4 independent games for Game of the Year nominated. So, like, there's people that will tell you Kingdom Come Deliverance is the best RPG they ever played, right? There's people that say that Hollow Knight it delivered on all of the hype and build up, like Silksong, right? Hades 2 seems to be doing everything that Hades 1 did and more. And Expedition 33 was just
Hades 2. Hades 2, I think, is a little unfair because it's in early access still. It's only available.
No, it's not. No, but then it's not in the early access if it's on the Switch. It's in general release on the Switch. Early access.
So this is a Switch exclusive, basically.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
you get no smoke from me. All right. You get no smoke.
The only one in there that I did not play is Death Stranding, so I can't tell you about whether it deserves to be there or not, but it's a Kojima game. I'm sure he put, you know, everything into it. So I can't say that doesn't deserve to be there. Okay. So this is why I say I can't get into the discussion of
no, you're not wrong. This is all opinions, really, right? This is not a factual thing. This is all opinions, and your opinion will differ from others sometimes, and there's nothing wrong with that, right?
Yeah, but
like, I guess what I'm trying to find is, like, I have heard in some corners where folks are kind of not necessarily disgruntled or disagreeing with the results, but are kind of pushing on these individual categories to see if they were actually really, like, worthy, or is it kind of like, you know, those Oscar years where one movie sweeps and everybody just goes, "Yep, that's the one," and that's it. Right, like so that, I thought it was an interesting.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
By and large, I agree with Expedition 33 being. I do.
Yeah, so, but like I said, best narrative. I agree.
Yeah. I haven't played Death Stranding 2, so I can't speak to that. I have played Yotai. Yotai is good, but Expedition 33 is great. Like, as far as narrative concerned, it is on a different level. So I would agree with that as well. Best art direction. Also, that's more of an eclectic taste, right? But that too, I think that what they did with the clear obscure part was
You're
very
living
cool.
inside of a
Yeah.
well, I don't want to spoil it, but like, you know, like
No,
it's literal art. Like,
So like and not much was made of the clear obscure part, but if you want to know it, look it up. Look up what clear obscure means. They really put a lot of emphasis on that. Most people didn't really like see that much. It's dark spaces and stuff. They did really cool stuff with art. So I can see that here as well, right? I can see that. There's not much to fight. Now, best score in music.
this wasn't even close.
Yeah.
Clearly
This wasn't
Expedition
even
33.
close.
I listen to that score in my car right now.
Yeah, me too.
I hear some of them
I go to the
and I
gym
get
sometimes.
like, damn, I start thinking about the ending of the, so that's
Yeah.
not even,
Yep.
you know,
Best audio design. What do you think?
I don't know. When you hit that parry,
Mhm.
I'm sorry, I gotta go Expedition 33.
See, and I would fight and say that in this category, South of Midnight could have gotten it. I would say that because when the music lines up with the situations, I think that elevates the experience a bit beyond.
I
And
would
when that
see
thing
if
first came out, it was unique.
Shadow.
where's
Oh.
Sonic and Shadow?
Oh,
Downstairs.
You want to go get him?
oh, wow. Okay.
We have a guest. I'm sorry. No, but
Clearly,
the thing
no
is,
worries,
if
go ahead.
South of Midnight was there for score,
Yeah.
then I would say yeah, but it wasn't nominated. And
You see my
should it have
point,
been
though? That's
nominated?
I think
Yeah, but
so.
again, that's different from saying something doesn't. Yeah, you peep the indoctrination. But
I see you.
if South of Midnight was nominated, and we can argue about
Yeah.
what should have been nominated, but
Yeah.
I think everything that was there deserves to be there. But again, when
So-
I come
so
back
I would
to
say-
what
I
was
would
on
say-
offer,
Look,
It's
I
Expedition
can't
33.
fight. I can't fight for or against Death Stranding 2 because again I haven't played it, and Death Stranding 1 has had a killer soundtrack and great sound. So I imagine this is probably more of the same. I'll give you that. I have played extensively Silk Song 1, Silk Song 2, right? Rather Silk Song and Hades 2. I think one of those could have slipped. They deserve lots of accolades in other areas. One of those could have slipped for South of Midnight. I think that's just my opinion, because what South of Midnight did with sound was a feature. Like you go to Silk Song and you go to Hades 2, and it's the feature there on display isn't the sound. That's not on the box. It's great sound, don't get me wrong, but it's not on the box. Whereas on South of Midnight, it's definitely on the box. It's a selling feature, that sound. So I think one of those two could have slipped, but that's just my opinion. But okay, let us move on to the next one. Let's see. So, best audio design. See, I think being that South of Midnight could have been on the box, then now the question is like, audio. I will leave those of y'all who played Silent Hill F to tell me that I'm that hey, you know, it should have been there, right? Audio design on Ghost of Yotai. I don't know about audio design. I would think more, well, maybe because they added all those different modes to the game, but I'm not sure. I really do feel like this is where it could have been a bit more contentious, but I'm not like, you know, wholly beholden to it. Do you have any opinion on who won the best performance? Do you disagree? Do you agree?
I would have, and I know why he didn't get it, but I probably, for me, I would say this was a contentious one because I feel like I would have gone with Charlie Cox, but I know they didn't choose him because he's not a game voice actor, and they didn't like. You don't want to be on, you know, you don't want to be on your knees for Hollywood that much. But for me, the best one of the year was Charlie Cox, but again, that's not him. And so if I'm following that up, obviously Jennifer English was fantastic in Expedition 33, but Troy Baker did a fantastic job too as Indiana Jones.
This is what I'm about to say. I was about to say, look, someone literally had to tell me it was Troy Baker, and then the moment you did, I could never unhear it. But until you told me that, I couldn't hear it. And I'm good at voices. I'm good at voices. I'm good at language. I can tell you accents from others. I'm good at that. And Troy had me fooled for a good 10 to 15 minutes until somebody went, that's Troy Baker. I'm like, oh my God. And it blew my mind.
I mean, I don't know how you were surprised by that because it was a big deal with the announcement of the game that it was Troy.
No,
Baker.
I know, but this was right before we saw the trailer. This was that rare moment where I did not have all the information. And usually, before you even tell me, I hear Troy Baker's voice and I hear it. I've seen played many of his games where he's been voiced, and you can always hear it. This was the first time where I was kind of fooled for a moment. It was very good. I think he did a great job, But I agree, it is what it is. I see some saying that Jennifer English was glazing a little bit,
But like she's the heart and soul of Expedition 33, and so like I understand it. I'm not saying it wasn't deserved. I mean, a lot of people deserved that. Like this was a very contentious thing. So I'm not mad like she won. My personal favorite was Charlie Cox, and then my runner up would be Troy Baker. But like just because of what he did with the indie character, but Jennifer English definitely deserves it.
Yeah. Now begins this. Okay. Now we're gonna be a little slanderous because I've heard this in the chats and I've heard this on Discord, and I want to put this out there and I want to get your opinion.
We're not there yet. This is the innovation and accessibility. We'll
get
there.
This
Doom gets it.
This is the first award that a Microsoft owned IP or product got. And this is Doom, the Doom of Dark Ages won innovation and accessibility, which that's a great award.
The thing they did that was special in this game is they basically opened the developer console up to you so that you could balance the game to your own liking, right? You can change the speed of the bullets, you can change the attack rates of the enemies, you can change all of those things and play it exactly in a way that you want. And it's not just like, because you need to make it easier. You could make the game way more difficult and create your own thing, to where you could slow down the bullets so much so that like now they're just frozen in the air and now you have to dodge them in order to hit who you want to hit. So there's so many things that you could do. It's very innovative what they did, and I guess accessibility is the area you would give them that. But if you've played that game and you've got into those settings, you'd understand what they did is something that almost no one lets you do. And you can
I think The Last of Us 2 was the only other one that I remember in recent memory that was very, very granular like that in their accessibility features, where you could be a blind person and successfully be able to play The Last of Us Part 2. Like it was super, super
but this is what I'm saying. Like that's one side of it. I'm saying this is almost like
this is
Mario
just straight up
Maker
console control.
kind
Yeah. I get you.
Thing where you could tune it and basically create a whole new game.
That's cool. I never delved that deeply into into their accessibility features. I played the game. I just never delved that deeply in. But what you're saying intrigues me. That stuff like that you're describing is what I do with like Wiimote tools after I've had my fill. Go in and lock bullets and do all this other weird stuff. So I might want to check that out. That's awesome. Mr. Inferno says the journalism mode award. All right. Well, thank you, sir. We needed a little bit of the dose of slander this morning. Thank you. But all right, well, while we're here, let me quickly catch up on a couple more super chats. We have BT Maverick 707 with a $2 super chat. He says 12 awards going to Game Pass title. That is a narrative. That is an interesting narrative. Like a lot of the stuff that Game Pass backed this time around did come to fruition and was awarded. Some people want to give them credit, some people don't. I just think it's notable.
Don't let Sycamore hear you say that.
I know. We're gonna go do this. And then the Great Soul Tech with a $2 super chat. He says, please like and subscribe and share out. E33 Fire. I think I agree on all points, especially with the first 2 points. Please like and subscribe. Thank you. So yes, let's keep it going. The next one, besides innovation, was Games for Impact. Now, some people go, what does this mean and all of this? I get what they're doing with Games for Impact. If you check the others that are in the list, right, for Games for Impact, They are games that make you think, games that make you feel something, right? Games that use gaming to kind of say something important, right? And you can check, most of these other games also do that. And I would say like South of Midnight is a good, a good shout out.
Can I step to the front of the conversation for a minute?
Please, sir. Okay, listen. Do you? Yes.
This is the
the
Games for Impact Award. And the game that won is a game that is celebrating Black culture, starring an entirely Black cast, main characters anyway, right? It is about a Black woman trying to find her Black mother, with Black music in it. And they win the award for impact because of that. And you don't got no Black people up there to come and accept the award. And I just want to remind you, don't say none of the developers were around, because Ahmad Best, who was the director of motion capture in the game, was right there in the awards. They couldn't bring him up. Nothing. Really? And listen, I'm just gonna ignore the fact that they seem the most excited about like bringing it to the PlayStation, because great, but you win the award for impact for a game that is highlighting Black culture, and you just send these two Canadian people up there.
Oh boy.
Come on, son.
Go ahead.
Like, I laughed out loud when they came up there to accept this award. This was ridiculous. But anyway, I'm glad it won something.
I love the Black John's comment. Anyway. But yes, it was a little not confusing, but a little eye-opening. People went, huh? But yes, I'm happy at least it won something. And the award it won was a good award, I think. Right? I know in the grand scheme of things, in the grand gaming scheme of things, people will see this award and not really give it the credit it deserves. But I think it was a good good award that it won. And the great Neo Mentos here, I gotta quickly shout him out with a $2 super chat. And he says, "Say it with your chest, E. Say it." I think we all agree on this one. We all had a collective side eye on that one. It is what it is. Yep. Okay. Yeah. There you go. Lucius here. I agree. This is what it's become. I call them the booby prizes. People call it the DEI award. But slander aside, I will agree. Like, this is an award that I think it deserves. Just like I think it deserves some nod in the music.
Wait a minute. Hold on.
I do think it deserves.
Hold on. I'm sorry. In the chat. Mm-hmm. Yo, the typo that Stilo just got and had to correct it was crazy. So Stilo Facts 1964 says South of Midnight was Cap. But then he had to correct it and say South of Midnight was Captivating. Those are two extremely different things. But I'm glad you caught it.
Do not call out my brother Stilo Facts this morning, sir. Leave the man alone. Okay?
Autocorrect strikes again.
Because you about to start some fights real quick on the first comment. Anyway, but all right, best ongoing game. This one's always a very interesting category for me, because I always feel like the older you are in this and the longer you've been at this game, the more worthy you are of it. So it tends to be for me anyway, Final Fantasy, Fortnite.
Has Fortnite ever won?
I don't know if Fortnite's ever won, but it deserves it. It deserves to be in the category, right? But like to me, Helldivers doesn't even belong there. Marvel Rivals doesn't belong there. You don't have enough time in the game to stand next to these other giants, right? I think No Man's Sky has won it before, way back when, and now it's winning it again. But again, before people are quick to go, it is what it is. I think they're like 12 DLCs now deep, all for free. Year after year after year for free. Like they just keep doing this. And whenever they do, it's like substantial DLC, like reworking the world, adding more stuff. It's always really, really wild. So I think they deserve it. But yeah, I see somebody in the chat also mention it. Warframe. Where's Warframe? That should be on this list. They've been around for years satisfying their customers, years. But that's where I think this category shines. Like Marvel Rivals, you're too new. Helldivers, you're too new. Right? But I think that at least they gave it to a game that has been in the zeitgeist long enough to warrant best ongoing game, So there's that. Best community support. I don't know about this one. This is a little wild to me. Baldur's Gate 3 best community support. Maybe people have to give me a bit of background on why Baldur's Gate 3 would get this one, because I would feel like this is more tied to like a live service kind of game. Because even if you look at the other combatants in this list, they are live service or live service like games in the No Man's Sky and in the Helldivers example, right? It's exactly the same as the other one almost, but Baldur's Gate 3 won. I would love to know what Baldur's Gate 3 did to garner this award, because I think it's kind of unusual. Everyone, any thoughts on your part? If you're speaking, sir, you're on mute.
Oh, I was saying I was on mute because I don't play any of these games, so I don't feel comfortable speaking on them, and hence I don't care. I don't know anything about community support. I don't play community supported games. I play single player games, so I do not have an opinion there.
So, with that in mind, sir, there are two categories in best indie where I think you and I both play.
Yes,
best indie,
the only
indie debut.
Yeah, the only two games I haven't played here are Ball X Pit and Prince of Arcadia, Blueprints. At which I hear both of those should have been in the conversation, right? For much higher what do you call it?
And Absalom is excellent. We all know it.
Yes.
Absalom is excellent, right?
We don't even have to speak on Hades 2 and Silk Song. Yes. But again, this is one of those ones where whoever wins.
But you know what though? If this game is going to win Game of the Year, I think that this category should have went to someone else, because you're giving this game the highest honors and it deserves it. So why not split the take and give this to another?
But wouldn't that be the politics that you're highlighting as a problem at the Game Awards if they did that?
But the point is, there's always politics in this way. That exists.
So you just want it to be your politics?
No, not my politics. I want it to be more evenly distributed.
See, you done effed up. All right,
get out of here with that. I need it to be more evenly distributed, because everybody just kind of threw it at them, and I think they deserve the highest honors.
Yeah, but everybody in here deserved this award. Every one of them. So just being nominated, if you in this group,
if they all deserve it, then why must one get all 13?
This category is like hip hop in the 90s. Like it's just everybody was on their A game in this. This could have been the Game of the Year category. Right, but that's exactly my point. Because this is the secondary Game of the Year category specifically for indies, this should have gone to Absalom or Blueprints, because you know that Expedition 33 is going to get the higher. I think that's a slippery slope, and you don't want to do that. So whoever wins here wins.
Is coming for me. The socialism award.
Yes. But I think to me, like, just being nominated in this category amongst all of these like absolute like astonishing games this year, that alone says something, right? Just like to be mentioned next to Silk Song and Hades 2 and Absalom, you know what I mean? All of these are crazy. So it was a great year for indie games.
Yep. I don't disagree. And if you haven't played any of those, you're crazy. You need to be playing those immediately. See, so this one, they won it. They deserve it. I'm just sad about it because Dispatch should have won this one, or maybe Blueprints. Right?
Why?
All of them deserve it.
Why should they have won over Expedition 33 as a debut game?
But again, it's because I feel like they've been so well recognized for all aspects of this game.
Oh my god!
That one of these others, this could have been the lifeline they needed to make it warrant their inclusion. You know what I'm saying? Like,
all right,
come on,
you win that, and you get a copy of Das Kapital. But okay,
okay,
all right, okay. Carl.
Yes. Call me Carl. Yes, my last name. We'll move on. We'll move on. See, MJ agrees with me. He says he thinks that Dispatch could have.
Any one of them could have won.
Mm-hmm.
But the one that won did.
And I think honestly, the reason why most people are okay with this is because most people also glazed Expedition 33 all year. So the fact that this award show did similar was right in line with what most people wanted. So it's fine, Best mobile game. Do we care?
We don't, but we should. And again,
have you played any of these? I played one of them.
No, I haven't played any of them. I haven't even played
Destiny Rising, and it's actually not that bad. It wasn't terrible, but there you go. I played it on my Odin 2 Portal, the little handheld. It's pretty fun. So there's that. Let's see what else we got. Best VR AR. I'm a huge fan of VR. Like as y'all know,
I thought Deadpool was gonna win this one.
Yeah. But the Midnight Walk is a very innovative kind of game. Very interesting, very unique. They're using the medium in a unique way, whereas all these others are kind of like games that could be, well, not all of them. Some of them are also doing interesting things, but specifically Deadpool could have been a 2D game or a flat game that would have played and enjoyed the same way. Right? The Midnight Walk was unique to its platform, so I can understand why it won. I just wish there were more games that were spending more time focusing in this way. Hopefully next year with the Steam frame coming out, we see more entrances in this thing that's worthy. We'll see. This was surprising to me. Best action game Hades 2. With all of the stiff competition, Shinobi and the like, I'm surprised that this one won.
Yeah, my money for this one, my heart was Shinobi, but my money was on Ninja Gaiden 4 for this one. But I didn't put enough time into Hades 2 to say that it didn't deserve it.
I beat Hades 2, and I'm surprised that it won this one. Because as much as I like Hades 2, and I do, it is literally Hades 1. More of the same. Great, but more of the same. I'm surprised Shinobi didn't take this one. Hades 2 is great. Don't get me wrong. It is firing on all cylinders, but it was last time as well. Hades 1 was the same way. So it's like, yeah, it's great. More of the same. Shinobi was a breath of fresh air. It was unique and new. I'm surprised it didn't win. That's my only take on this one. Yeah. But, it's not a bad game that it won. I'm just surprised that it didn't win. Now, best action adventure game. What do you think of this one?
I mean, yeah, it was funny when Keeley announced this one. It was like, "See, you won one." But yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Here's what I am glad about. Indiana Jones got a good amount of recognition, and I didn't think that was going to happen because usually when you come out in December, they forget about you the next year. And Indiana Jones got nominations and things like that. So I'm glad it at least got recognized in that way. But why didn't they forget about him?
They didn't forget about him because the PS5 version came out this year.
I'll let you say that.
I'm sorry, we have to trade some places here. I'll do the shadow boxing for a little bit. Yeah. You know what? For me, while I like this award, and I'm a huge fan of Silk Song. I kind of feel like this was one of those awards where it was like, we need to give them something, so give them this one. It could have gone to any of these because they were all appropriately amazing. I actually hear people like in certain circles really upset that Split Fiction didn't get anything because it was like masterpiece.
I honestly think that they came out too early. And by the time we got to the end of the year, so many other things had come out. I think if they'd come out later, they would have been on top of people's minds because people were going wild about that when it came out.
Yeah, I agree.
It was a long year.
And then of course we have Best RPG, of course, Clair Obscur. Your favorite game, Avowed, didn't win. Are you upset about that?
Listen.
Everyone about your favorite game not winning.
Listen, again, just being nominated here. You got Obsidian with 2 RPG nominations this year.
Yeah. They released 2 games this year and both were nominated. Holy crap. That is kind of wild.
So
kind of wild. Yeah. They're awesome. So there's that. Let's see.
I'll tell you what, people, the KDC 2 fans, they were not happy about that RPG award.
Oh yeah, because they needed something.
They got so upset. They tried to start saying that Expedition wasn't an RPG.
Now I haven't played City of the Wolves. But I will, because I didn't even know it had come out. Fatal Fury.
I didn't know that X2KO or 2XKO was out. That's the what do you call it? Fighting game.
Yeah, but that's weird.
Riot.
That is weird because I have this installed on my machine, and I didn't think it was out in general release. Like I've been playing it for a little bit, but I was playing it as not behind closed doors, but it's in beta.
Okay. Yeah. No. Okay. Yuzu says it's still in beta. Okay.
There you go. So I think that's weird that it's part of this voting block, but that just probably speaks to the fact that there's not enough new fighting games, so they had to add one that was like this. It is what it is. What do you think of this? This was the first game that was nominated and won. Best family game. This is the one where I hear people really upset because they went to Split Fiction.
That's what I was gonna say. Like Donkey Kong, fantastic game. Maybe it should have got the action adventure game, which I wouldn't have been mad at. But like family game, I consider a game you sit down and you play with your family. What better playing with your family game than Split Fiction? Hold on, wait. Umbra says Split Fiction isn't a family game. Maybe it's the subject matter he's talking about, but like playing with your kids.
But so was the last
15-year-old, and
right? The last game that they made was also not a great subject matter, but it was a really big family affair, if you recall. I forget the name of that game. What's the name of that game? I forget the name of the game right now.
Jesus.
Hazelight Studio.
No. It will come to me.
It was about divorce. It was not a family game.
I mean, that's a lot of families in this
True.
world. Divorce rates and
well, but it wasn't like like the idea of a family game. Mario Kart and Mario Party and all that. It takes two. Yeah. When you hear the word family game.
Darchi 87 and A Rodimus and Inferno games. They all
Inferno. That's
right. At the same time.
The subject matter, like even the last one, It Takes Two subject matter was not really family friendly, but it still really propelled in that way because they added so many fun gameplay elements to it, right? Like if you pay attention to Hazelight's like subject matter and their track record, it's never family friendly. They talk about breaking out of jail, like all their games except for Hazelight Split Fiction. It seems like it's the only one where the premise started from a place that was just kind of whimsical.
But the thing is, okay, but the thing is, right? Families they come in all ages, they come in all sizes, and Split Fiction, because of the age of it, is the perfect kind of game that I'd play with my 15-year-old, and it's a way for us to. That's how we played It Takes Two. You know what I mean? And so if I understand if you consider families as well, you know, you have young kids and you won't want to play that, okay. But
No. I guess I'm defining this category, and maybe it's just my definition of it, but I'm defining this category as rated G fare that everyone in the family can sit down and enjoy, right? And
well, that's what I'm asking. Does it need to be rated G for
no, absolutely not, absolutely not. And I see Lucius in the chat saying that as well. You can have, like, you know, important and difficult subject matter as long as you handle it in a family friendly way, which is clearly what Hazelight has done multiple times now, right? So I'm not hating on them for using those difficult premises to tell their story. I actually think it's commendable that they're able to do that. You know, talk about divorce, for example, and have a bunch of kids love it and play it. Maybe not understand the full aspects of it, but have it be so gameplay cromulent that you want to play. You know, so I think it's good.
And then to that end, either Mario Kart World or Sonic Racing Cross Worlds, those are things you're playing with your family, and if you have the sort of G-rated whatever thing, that works for those racing games. So even those, I think, would have may be better for best family game.
Sure, yeah. Because if I think of it in a literal sense, you're not sitting here playing with your family. The only game here you're sitting and playing with your family is either Sonic Racing, Mario Kart World, and I think Lego Party. Those are the multiplayer sit around and play with your family. Even Lego Voyagers, which is a great game, is I think is a 1 or 2 player game, right? But again, like, this is all based on interpretation, right? Like, my interpretation of this category doesn't necessarily have to be the exact interpretation of it, and that's why it's a little different. I would think local sit around co-op fun for the entire family games are what this category would be about, but they're defining it a little differently, which is fine. It's fine. I don't think inherently any of these nominees were badly chosen. I don't think so at all. Best sim/strategy. Now, this is not an area I play often, so I will leave this to you.
Yeah.
I actually have played Jurassic World 3.
I can't help you with it either. Listen, I do have one thing.
And I've actually also played Sim Revolution. I have played.
So this is your category more than mine. But listen, if you're gonna have these categories, if you look at the last 5 years and all of the Metroidvanias that have come out, should Metroidvania get a category at the Game Awards? Because look how many there are.
If you're gonna have a sim and strategy, there are less sim strategy games coming out this year and last year than Metroidvanias. You're absolutely right. You are right. Yep. And because I don't have a
sports games, you have racing games.
Yep.
Metroidvania, I think, has risen to such a prominence that you should have a Metroidvania category. Chat, are you with me, chat? Am I wrong about this?
Yeah. I think you're not wrong. It definitely deserves its own category. And I hope people are listening and they take this to heart. That'd be very cool to have a Metroidvania category, because there are a lot of Metroidvanias out there these days. And my limited experience in these games, I actually, funny enough, I thought I hadn't played much, but I've played a lot of these games. I haven't beaten them, but I played Jurassic World Evolution. I tried Civ for a little bit, and I played The Alters. That I actually beat. So, like, yeah, I actually like The Alters. I think The Alters was very good. Very good. Anyway, no, you're right.
Wait a minute. In the chat, they're like, "What about the Souls category?" And
yeah. Souls like.
I'll tell you this from the Discord. I think I have a new term because I'm starting like I can't tell these Souls like apart anymore.
Coin the term. Go ahead.
Coin the term. You hate it here first. Souls slop.
Boom.
There's at least 3 of them at every showcase. Soul slop. When you hear it, either you credit Everborn or you throw the virtual tomatoes at him. But he has coined the term right.
Soul slop.
You know that I'm right.
There's always a Souls game with a new twist on the formula. Yep, Soul slop, indeed. All right, let's be quick so we can get to some of the videos before we get out of here. And then this best sports/racing game.
This is where Sonic got robbed.
let's take a
Anybody who has played both, and I have played both, even Nintendo fans will tell you that Sonic put in more work. And by the way, you didn't need to glaze Nintendo here because
you already gave them another award
that needs more eyeballs on it. This game has a near 1-to-1 attach rate with the Switches because it comes with the Switch, right? And then a lot of people also bought it. So if you wanted to highlight a game that people should be playing, if you wanted to do the politics stuff, Sonic Crossworlds would be there. But it was also the better game. I'm not even saying like, oh, give it as a participation award. It was a better game. It is more complex. It has more to do. There's more offerings. There's more thought was put into it, right? And it should have been Sonic. And I'm saying that I'm trying to take all my bias out of it. Tell me I'm wrong because I'm not the right messenger for this.
No. I'll be honest with you. This is the rare moment where you and I are unified in not slandering, but actually defending Sonic on this one. Because I think Sonic should have won this one as well. Like, for sure. Sonic should have won this one on this one. And the fact that they didn't, because look, and here comes my cynical take again about these reviews, these award proceedings in general, right? Even if you take a look at it from a cynical perspective, right? I think Sony had 2 games that got 19 nominations in total, in 2 games released.
Well, let's say one was for adaptation, so it's 2 games that got 18 nominations.
They got 18 of them, okay,
and they won 0.
That's right. And then Nintendo, Microsoft released how many games? 12, 13 games, something like that. They got how many nominations?
They got 9 and they won 2.
And they won 2, right? Nintendo released 2 games and they won both. How is that like normal? Come on. Seriously? Come on. Come on.
Listen, I think the reality of this award specifically here is that the Switch 2 had an amazing launch, and most of the people that voted on this, they got a Switch 2, and it probably came with Mario Kart, so that was the one that they played. And not as many people played Sonic.
Is this a category where Forza won 1 year? I'm being very slanderous right now. Anyway, let's pause real quick and let me catch up on a couple super chats and we'll get back to it. It's starting to grow here. I don't want it to get too huge. Let's see. So, hold on here. The great Pixelbit G. He says some not being listed, or some being South of Midnight, not being listed for music is classic BS. Sir, you get no disagreement from us, I don't think. The great Hollywood Rules is here with a final super chat. He says, good morning, Gray Beards. Thank you two for providing me company on my drive down to NYC for upstate for work. Xbox Everborn, thanks for recommending the case. Oh yeah.
So Hollywood Rules. Tell me, like, if you installed it yet, how it feels. And I was also going to tell you, if I didn't already,
this is that BBL case, right?
Yes, you don't need the back plate. I feel like it kind of goes over the vents. You just want the side pieces because that's where all the ergonomics come in. The back plate.
I just say pause when you say you don't need the back plate, just the side piece.
I said back plate and side pieces. I don't know where your mind is, but the back plate you don't need. Just use the side pieces, and it'll make the device a little bit lighter. So I would whatever comes in the package, just take all you need to install is the grips.
Hey man, I always love my side pieces. Anyway,
do you
rules? With a $5 super chat.
Careful who's watching this show.
Says, shut your mouth, man. He says a crime Shinobi didn't win an award. South of Midnight, Avowed, and Indie deserve better. Also, but you know, yeah, of course, we're living in that world these days.
Yeah,
Shinobi is an enjoyable show nonetheless
this year. It was just fantastic.
Yeah. And then, of course, the great Lucius Augustus with a $5. He says some people are just stupid, calling a game that's based on JRPGs of the past and not RPG is just stupid. WRPGs are not the only RPGs that exist. recency bias is a thing, right? Like some people had to be reintroduced to the concept of CRPGs and FRPGs, and there's lots of subcategories that for a while people just are not getting used to it, and then something new pops in, and now you got to retrain some of the gamers. It is what it is. But all right, let's get back to this thing. Let's see here. We'll see if we can breeze through these quickly. Best multiplayer. Do you think anybody is upset here? Another category that I think is very weird.
I think some Battlefield people
Battlefield
may have been upset, but this is not my.
But you see how this is also weird. One of these aren't like the other. It's very weird. Multiplayer game. I'm not sure about this one. Not a multiplayer game at all.
Well, it's two people. That's literally.
I get it, but they're conflating. Like look at the category.
Conflating co-op with multiplayer.
Yes,
it's still technically multiplayer.
Anyway, it just breaks the brain a little bit. Yeah. Best adaptation. This is where I feel like, for me, Splinter Cell got robbed.
I heard somebody say Sony won the Father of the Year award for this one.
Oh man, no, because I don't even think they even portrayed a good father in season 2. I don't think so. Because look, season 1, you want to throw all the accolades at it, I'm there with you. I was down. Season 2 was kind of not so great. It was not so great, especially if you know the source material. It was not as good. And of this list, I got to say, and yes, you would even say the Minecraft movie, which
I don't think you would even say that movie made almost $1 billion. Yes. People that are into Minecraft loved it. You know as well as I do that in these proceedings, they will treat the Minecraft movie like Marvel is treated at the Oscars. It makes all the money, gets no attention. That's fine. Splinter Cell could have won this one because Splinter Cell. By the way, why has Minecraft never won Best Ongoing Game?
Again, Marvel at the Oscars. When was the last time they won mad awards for all the attention they
get? The money and the awards.
Exactly. This is why you answered your question. Why don't they get it? That's exactly why. You can't get it all. You have to have one or the other. So there you go. But yes, I don't know how many people watched the Splinter Cell TV show. If you have, let me know. Okay. I think it was great.
By the way, shout out to Starcasm. I haven't seen him here in a while.
Yeah, it's been a minute.
All is well, good brother.
Yeah. And then most anticipated game. Now, this I'm going to be a little bit slanderous about. No Microsoft games at all? Like at all? Seriously? Like none?
I mean, so here's the thing, right?
Come on. Really?
I don't think you can take off Wolverine. Obviously, Grand Theft Auto.
I enjoy Wolverine. Absolutely. Yeah.
The Witcher 4, everybody's waiting on that.
Sure.
So really, the only thing, the only one that's the odd man out here is kind of 007.
Yes, I think 007 should be there. I think E-Day should be there because we saw grown man tears being cried when that thing was announced, and they've already double confirmed that it's coming out in 2026. Hold
on a minute. The Black John says The Witcher 4 shouldn't be there. I would need you to chill out for that.
No, yeah. That one's
not like the Witcher.
Yeah. See, even though I'm not even a Resident Evil stan like that, I won't even fight for Requiem. Cool.
Okay, wait. No. Hold on. Okay, so John is correct. Actually, I apologize to Black John. He says this award should be for games that are coming out next year. You can't be a multiple years out and then be most anticipated.
Yes, exactly.
So,
you're right. So The Witcher 4 is definitely not coming out in 2026. We know this already, so it shouldn't be here. You're absolutely right. Yep.
But then again, they gave it to GTA last year, and GTA was supposed to.
But at the time, it was scheduled, right? This is not even scheduled, so that is true. He's absolutely right on that. And to me, I'd say, yeah. Well, okay. They're also saying, how about we remove GTA 6? GTA 6 is still scheduled for 2026.
Well, no, the reason I say you remove it because like you're taking up a slot, you know everybody's gonna choose it, and you already won it last year. The idea that you won it last year and you're still not out yet is kind of weird. So you didn't use that as a slot there. All right. In that case, then we could remove The Witcher, we could remove GTA, and we could remove
007.
007. Well, no, 007 is next year, right?
Sure. You're right.
So you got
Witcher and GTA.
Just by these rules.
Yep. And again, then add Fable and add Clockwork Revolution. Boom. Come on.
Yeah, but you need Gears E-Day in there, which I would put over 007.
Yeah, sure. You know what?
Honestly, this whole list.
Fable and E-Day.
Listen.
Fable and E-Day. E-Day, the amount of tears I saw run, there are videos, like 30 minutes of videos of people just sniffling and crying because E-Day is here. Like, and then it's not like, I'm sorry. I see the Gray Paris is in the chat. He says CDPR didn't say that The Witcher 4 wasn't in 2026 until after the noms were out. So, okay, they kind of got by through a technicality, right? But again, the fact that E-Day is nowhere enlisted here after seeing how people reacted to that thing, I am still, my pitchforks are in my hand right now. Y'all don't see it, but it's in my hand right now. That one is a little upsetting to me.
By the way,
yes, I agree with those who say that this whole award category is just really weird, because you can literally fake the funk, get the award, only knowing damn well that you're planning on delaying your game anyway. Like, this whole thing is weird.
My most anticipated on this list is actually Resident Evil Requiem. They have really sold me.
There you go. Okay. Very nice. For me on this list, believe it or not, it's Wolverine. Ha!
Yeah, I have some reservations about Wolverine. We'll see how it turns out.
I'm a Marvel stan. I can't help it. It is what it is. And believe it or not, even though I say he doesn't deserve to be here, 007 is freaking awesome looking. I'm excited to play it. IO is awesome. They've proven themselves worthy of this franchise. I think it'll be great. But I think there have been others that have taken the zeitgeist a little bit better for me. But yeah, there's that. And then of course we have creator. Like, I usually don't care about this. The only thing that I will mention is that Kai reached above his station to the point where even people like me who don't care about this stuff recognized him as a creator of the year. I'm surprised that he didn't win. He even reached my timeline, and I really don't care. So I'm surprised he didn't win.
I would say Kai Cenat's the only one I've heard of, but I don't know any of these people.
There you go. Right. So that's why I was surprised.
Hold on. Mr. Games Inferno said Marvel slop. I said Soul slop.
Ooh, oh boy. He's coming out with the guns. All right. All right. We don't care about this category, do we?
Esports. I don't.
There you go. Okay. There you go. Yes. And I have not played enough. I will tell you definitively I don't care about this category. I don't. Best esports team. I know some people do. I don't. Forgive me. Now, this one was funny. This was very funny. This proves that the people's voice is sometimes unusual, because it's like game you know.
Yeah, but again, the game that won is the game that is also on mobile, which is the platform that most people are playing on, and we try to pretend doesn't exist. So it doesn't surprise me that a game that had that kind of reach, because it's on all the platforms, including PC and mobile, that they had more people that voted for this. This is just a numbers game.
Yeah.
Or Yuzu had a bunch of sock accounts that he used to get this money.
Don't do that, man. Don't leave that man alone. Leave that trash. That slander.
No, I am not gonna call Withering Waves trash, because what I've seen of it, it actually looks pretty cool.
No. I don't think the game is trash. I just think it's unique and interesting that, like, a bunch of games that people knew, right? And then out of nowhere, here's a game that if you are a quote unquote like mainstream console gamer, this came out of left field for you, but that tells you that your perch and your bubble is not the only one. There are many, and some of them are vying for attention, and these guys won this one. This is pretty awesome. I thought it was very, very interesting. But anyway, before we go on to what we're here for, which is the videos and things, we're gonna get to that. Let's recap on Starchasm. He has a quick $5 super chat. He says, Happy belated birthday to Lord Megatron. I didn't know it was Lord Megatron's birthday. Happy birthday.
Oh man, yeah, is he also a Sagittarius? My birthday's coming up Tuesday.
Yeah. Happy birthday to you, sir. Mine is coming up in a week and a half or 2 weeks or whatever Christmas is. It's fine. He says, missed y'all mature gaming convos, and Arc Raiders should have been nominated for Game of the Year. Ooh, okay. He wanted to bring that onto the conversation. I'm sure some people agree with you on that one.
Well, I mean, he said earlier when he came in that E33 would still win, but he just thinks it should have been recognized on the Game of the Year.
And of course, the great Soil Tech in our chat is just going to town with the slander. Oof. Okay, I'll let that one sit. Okay, all right. So let's get to the meat and potatoes of it. Now, I have a choice for you, everyone. How do you want to do? Do you want to scrub through the live footage, or do you want to just click through the games we saw?
I am going to send you a video that has it from IGN that has it all nicely laid out.
Put it in the
I'll put it in the private chat.
And I will show you this. This is a list of everything that came out as well. Somebody aggregated it, which I thought was real cool. Like,
this video, if you look in the description, it has the timestamps for each mini trailer, so you can actually go to each of them.
Cool.
Right there.
All right. We will definitely do that.
It's what I've been looking at during the show. So
fantastic.
You
tell me, give me your synopsis of this Game Awards. What do you think here? Was this a success?
It was a success, but I gave the show like an 8.5 out of 10. I think to me, E33 is like a game of the generation. So it winning everything. I was rooting for it in every category. So I think they did the awards right by highlighting new publishers and independent studios and developers and things like that, and saying almost like, listen, there's a new guard. All the major platform holders were there, but and publishers were there. But the stars of the show this year were new teams, Kepler. Yeah. Kepler's on the map now, right?
Bro, it's a monster now. They are a beast. Epic proportion.
So when we think about what is possible from these smaller teams, like, it gives me hope that the gaming industry is so diverse, and I hear a lot of doom and gloom, but at the end of the day, if you don't step up, there will be independent creators right there giving the people what they need. So, you know what I mean? Fall off or give us BS at your own peril.
At your own financial peril. So let's and I like this video, real nice. It cuts out all the BS and just gets you game footage after game footage. Salute to IGN for providing very, very good footage on this one. All right, very cool. So, all right, let's see here. We started with the Free Shepherd,
Decrepit looks interesting. Can you go back to Decrepit? It's like a horror game, but it's first.
It looks like a VR game to me.
Is it?
It looks like it looks, obviously it might not be, but like based on the arms and how they're doing this, it looks like a VR game.
It probably is, because I would guess it says wish list on Steam, so we'll see.
Yeah, it looks like a VR game. But anyway, so there's that. Obviously, Guild Wars 2, Escape from Duck Off. Escape from Duck Off.
I mean, this was big this year. Is this coming to consoles?
I'm not sure. I think so. Yeah. Let's wait to the bottom. Yeah, there you go. No,
still PC. Still PC.
Yes. Yeah. Pragmata. I haven't played the demo.
I heard the demo was out. I don't care for demos, but I'm very interested in this game. I don't know why, but it reminds me of the old Capcom game. You know, the one where you were in the snow. What was the name of this game?
Oh my god. Oh my goodness.
It was a 360 exclusive at launch.
Lost Planet.
Lost Planet, yes.
It has like Lost Planet graphics a little bit. It has Lost Planet vibes.
The art style is Lost Planet. Yeah, I don't know about graphics, but yeah,
art style.
Yeah, that's a day one for me.
Cool. I want to try the demo before it's like I commit. But yeah, I plan to install.
Solstice 2. What is this?
Yeah, Solsta. Yeah, Solasta.
Okay.
Yeah. Weird, and I haven't played that before. And then of course there's this one,
Tank Rat.
which
Not
was an
nothing.
interesting trailer. Not nothing, you know, it was interesting. It was cool. I appreciated that. Now, this one coming up next, I gotta say, I think this kind of took my game of show.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Bradley the Badger.
Yes.
Yo,
This
this
is gonna be
was
something special. If
wild, sir.
yeah,
This was wild. Let's go back and see that again. This is like if you watch Wreck-It Ralph, you know, a video game character in other video games, kind of like thing. This is what, a little bit of the Plucky Squire kind of style, but
so
taken
I'm if you
far
want some
better.
more if you want some more footage of this, here is the I just sent it to you, the interview they did. If you go to the beginning of it, you can get a lot more footage if you want to show more Bradley the Badger.
Yeah, like, sir, this game, like, it had me on, like, I took notice. You know, I was watching, I was having a good time. This game is when I went, okay, what are we doing here? This is something else.
Yeah, just go to the 1 minute and 1 minute 30-second mark. And
1 minute 30 second. Okay.
Yeah.
1 minute 30-second right there. $1.30. There you go. So yeah, man, this is so cool. This is so cool. They got Bloodborne now. It looks like they're cribbing from some popular games. You know,
I don't know. I love this. Like this.
Yeah.
This is a take my money.
Yes.
I don't. Is this coming out in 26, or are they saying it's coming out later?
I have no idea. I mean, look at his clothes. He's wearing Back to the Future clothes. Look at this.
No, and then this is my cup of tea.
Yeah, man, this is so awesome. Like the innovation, the style, it's amazing.
I look at this Badger Punk or Cyber Badger.
You know.
Yeah, so I can't wait for this. This is Last of Us now. They're at.
When they were here, I was like, okay, I'm done. These guys got my money. It's over. When is this coming out? I need this yesterday. Let's go. This is hilariously good. This is very good. Very, very good.
So
yes. So now as you can tell, it is now my mission to go find the dev studio and try and get them and talk to them, maybe get them on the show, like just chat. This looks amazing. This looks so amazing. So good. So good. I'm excited for it. But yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I think
that was great.
This might be my most anticipated.
Yeah. This did it for me. It absolutely did it for me. I was like, holy crap, that's amazing. You know. Yes. Now, how about this game?
This is
Stupid Never Dies.
Stupid or Stupid Never Dies. Yeah. This
Initially,
gave me Hi-Fi Rush vibes,
but the graphics, the gameplay was really good. I was like,
yeah. The problem is they started with the music video, and I'm like, oh god, this is a Gen Z.
Yeah, but the gameplay is quite there.
Yeah, it looks interesting. I do need to see some more, but I am interested in it. All right, Star Wars. Now, this is done by Casey Hudson, right? He's directing it, and he is of Mass Effect fame. He did the old Knights of the Old Republic, and so like that is huge. But and I'm gonna get some virtual tomatoes here. This trailer means nothing to me, right?
Absolutely,
because we all got hype about the Knights of the Old Republic remake, and we saw where that went. But then you'll say, well, this is not Aspire. This is Casey Hudson. That's fine, Casey Hudson. I need to know who his team is with him, because everybody, chat, before you think I'm crazy, like, how many times have you heard a big name legend in the game goes off, strikes out on their own? They got a big AAA project greenlit, and then it turns out to be Callisto Protocol, right? Like, which I like that game, by the way, but like, I need to see more, and I need to, when I heard 2030, but then I heard he came out and said, don't worry, it's not going to be 2030, which really means 2029. Like, I'm excited and I'm rooting for this, and I love the name behind it, but I need to see more, because these things have turned out the wrong way or just got canceled altogether many times. So you know, I you know,
Remember Star
Far
Wars Eclipse?
yeah.
That was also shown off.
What was the Marvel game? Like,
between-
is Captain America, is Black Panther
That
or
was
Captain
delayed.
America 1947? Is that coming out?
That was
coming out?
delayed.
Then they had another Marvel game that got canceled.
Yep, they did. Yep. So you're not wrong to be skeptical. You know, it seems like specifically this IP has a lot of, you know, pressure to release something good, and then every once in a while you get your Jedi Survivor.
Listen, I'm putting all the good juju out there for this, and I'm praying for it to succeed, but I don't know.
Soul Frame is this the next one here. This gave me also Soul kind of vibes, right? A little bit of Soul vibes. I don't know about slop, but Soul vibes. John Carpenter's Toxic Commando. This is
not the one that they were working on with Xbox and they got canceled and then revived.
No, I don't think so.
Okay, hold on. We
that was Romero.
Forget about this. Right? The next game from Larian, which
Divinity,
yes.
Divinity, yeah.
Now I have a question about this, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now this was like the trailer is like Witcher meets Diablo 4, right? Yep. But it is Divinity, it is Larian, and
it is isometric camera. It is, you know.
Well, we don't know what it is. We don't know what it is yet because it's only a TV trailer.
Sure, but like if you've played Divinity Original Sin 1, Divinity Original Sin 2, if you played Baldur's Gate, like they have a style that they go for.
I understand that, but Divinity is an ARPG, right?
Yes.
And Baldur's Gate is a CRPG. So my question is this going to be an ARPG? Because if it is, I think that Larian has the ability to give Blizzard a run for their money in the ARPG.
Explain to the people the difference between an ARPG and a CRPG.
Okay, so a CRPG or a classic computer RPG is the what you got in Baldur's Gate, where it's really like playing the D&D campaign. You got to roll dice. There's a number of spaces you can move. You got to do that strategy stuff. That didn't really work for me because I kept getting hit by long range attacks and I couldn't do anything. So, but the story that is in Baldur's Gate and all the different ways you could go is what really made it special. And so if you can give me Diablo style gameplay with Larian's Baldur's Gate style branching narratives, I think they have a winner on their hands. Because for me, I love Diablo 4, but I don't care about any of that end game stuff. I'm only in Diablo 4 for the story. So if you're giving me that level of dark, mature story with in a even if it's top down like action RPG, I'm here for all of it. So I'm very excited to see what exactly it is, but the trailer, like the Star Wars thing, we don't know. Now I know it's coming out, but again, like when is it coming out, and is it going to be in early access for 3 years? We don't know. We got to see. Now the game,
this one, For Loop.
Concord 2, you mean?
It looks more like they said
Helldivers in the Hood, which I said if you called it that, you might have had something on your hands.
Good divers.
But no, this looks like J.J. Abrams took Sony's money and ran with it. That game looks terrible.
Yep.
This looks
cool too. This Coven for the chicken foot.
So I would have been on board with this game if she pulled out the chancla and started beating the bad guys with it. Like I just think it is hilarious to play a game as somebody's abuela. So
and she's a witch, you know, that's why that denotes the witch, the chicken feet thing.
Yeah,
but
it looks cool. Honestly, I you know what's funny? I got Everwild vibes from this.
Yeah, kinda, you know, yeah, kinda.
Oh man, somebody said For Loop was Concord meets Redfall.
Oh no, that is horrid. Now this This looks like the art style of what do you call it? Clockwork Revolution a little bit. Look at the guy in the suit. Just take like this right here.
Yeah. Oh no. Yes. That I actually thought
Right?
we were looking at a new trailer for Clockwork Revolution.
Yeah. Yeah. I was like, huh? And then it turned out not to be that. It had a very steampunky, the energy, the colors. But yes, Anto or Antos.
Another
On
Kepler.
all platforms. Another Kepler joint. That's right. And then this is the 2XKO, which
So this I was actually looking forward to this and had no idea it was out. Like
it's on PC and it's on console. Yeah.
All right,
And then
this
of course
is the one.
Resident Evil.
This is I cannot wait for this game. I do have I have a question about RE9. Like, I don't know who didn't know Leon wasn't going to be in this, but what it looks like is, or from what and it's coming out in February. Oh, yes. But so this
I don't think these ever come out during spooky season for some reason. These are spooky
the
games.
last one came out in February and it did really well for them.
I know, but I wonder why it doesn't come out in October.
But the thing I was gonna say was, so there. Do you feel like they might be serving too many masters? Where it's like, all right, they're like, if you don't like first person, you can switch to third person, right? And then they're doing this sort of scary Resident Evil 7 type thing, and they're like, oh, if you don't like being scared and running around, don't worry, we got Leon. We'll give you some Resident Evil 4 style action. And I'm just like, are you going to be able to focus enough to give us a coherent product if you're doing all these things? You're serving all these masters: first person, third person, survival horror, action horror. Like, that's my concern about it. If anyone can pull it off, it's them. But that's the thing that I'm looking out for. But I can't wait for that game. So excited.
Yeah, it's exciting. Now, the only other game I gotta say, like, this caught my excitement. Exodus, man, oh man.
Well, you know what the problem is? I was super excited about this until they talked about the date. And they were like, yeah, 2027. I'm like,
why are you showing me this right now? Get out of here with all this.
Turned into Kevin Garnett. Why would you show me this? I can't have it.
This looks like Exodus looks like the Mass Effect 4 we never got.
Yeah, but also the thing is, they're gonna have to watch out, right? Because there's also that game. What's from the Amazon show, the Amazon space show?
Oh, you mean The Expanse?
The Expanse, right? Another game that starts with an E.
It's now a Netflix space show. No, because they took it.
Is it?
No. I'm wrong. It is an Amazon show. It is an Amazon show.
Yeah.
Right.
So you got the Expanse game coming out that is looking like a Mass Effect successor.
And let's talk a bit about this one for a moment.
No, we will. Just pause this. Hold this thought. So what I worry about for Exodus is you got another Mass Effect style RPG that also starts with an E, and it is coming out next year, and then you're not coming till 2027. Could you get lost in the fray?
Yeah, that is a concern that they should definitely be keeping top of mind.
The Expanse, Exodus, Mass Effect,
intergalactic potentially.
That I don't think that's coming out till 2028, but we'll see.
You don't think 2027?
No.
Wow.
I don't. No, because like Naughty Dog takes their time with stuff.
True, but they've been working on it for how many years now?
I understand, but they do stuff at the end of the generation, so we'll see.
Okay. All right, so let's talk briefly about Screamers. What do you think about this? I saw this and I was like, yo, why has no one ever done this before?
This is like Ace Attorney, but with cars.
Yeah. Like, the first thing I thought was, where's what do you call it? Fast and Furious Tokyo Drift. Like, where's that? It's literally that. Freaking awesome. and then of course another
Oh yeah, this
another
is
trailer
crazy.
that
The
this was
idea
just
that
like,
this
oh
is
my
coming
God,
out this year is wild.
bro. You mean next year?
Yeah, next year. I mean,
Yes,
it's basically this
yes,
year. Like it's
basically,
December.
yes. But yes, this is the brother
We're
of
getting this in
those who haven't
5
played it.
months.
If you haven't played it, the statute of limitations has passed you by. Play Control. Control is effing amazing. Like, and at this point, they've probably given it to you or tried to give it to you for free or in some fashion many times. Play Control. It is so good, so good. And this, oh man, I'm so excited to play what they're doing here. It looks like they're finally stitching together some Quantum Breakness a little bit. I'm not exactly sure how far, but it looks like they're heading there.
We got to
All right,
talk.
how about this? Let's talk about this for a moment.
I did not hate this trailer. It feels like they're really doing some action here.
But it's also very quirky and also potentially very campy as well. They're not taking it seriously.
But I mean, I don't think they should take it seriously. I think this is like Street Fighter is not a serious game. Like
true.
It's
most definitely
you know.
yes.
But here's the thing:
it's become a problem. You know,
my biggest thing is I think that they should have actually got Mike Tyson to play Barlog. I think it could have still worked.
You think 50
Mike
50
Tyson is still boxing. Like he could have played Balrog.
So you think 50 is not doing it?
I'm sure he'll be fine, but he doesn't look like he has the weight on him that he needs to sell the role.
Yep.
Right, and it would have just been so crazy to have a Street Fighter movie where Balrog, which was based on Mike Tyson, is played by
Balrog. That's right. I also see from what I see.
Hold on, Dorian Gray says Mike Tyson is too short. Let me tell you something. Tom Cruise is like 4 feet tall. You'd never know it from the way they film him in movies.
All right. Well, what about Black John? Tyson too old. How about that?
First of all, 50 looks older than Tyson in this shot right here. So I don't know what you're talking about.
True, very true. But yes, so no, it looks interesting. I think it'll be fun, interesting fun, right?
No,
I think lessons of Mortal Kombat. This
looks fun, and that's the job number one of what this needs to be. And it really seems like they're trying to make it a really they're going in on the action, which is what they needed. So yeah, I'm very excited for that movie.
Hey,
and I'm
you'll be adding some needed facts. He says he agrees, but 50 does have experience in boxing. He was an amateur boxer and was in the boxing Olympics.
Cool, but it still should have been Tyson.
2 things real quick. We're moving swiftly.
I like the Zangief actor.
You do? Okay. I do too. I do too.
The Ryu actor.
No, the Ryu, not Ryu.
Ryu actor. Although
is the best martial artist I've ever seen. Like
I don't know if it's you've ever seen. You're doing that thing again. Like he's great.
Am I? He was able to make me believe that he was the character that Bruce Lee created, which is hard to do because nobody's able to do Bruce Lee like that. He was able to do Bruce Lee like that. I think that's special.
No, but that like he is a serious
stellar martial artist. Yes, he's a stellar martial artist. But anyway, so Lego Batman Legacy. This is basically Lego Batman, but with Arkham Combat. Are you in? I'm in.
Yes, I'm all about it.
Say no more. I'm in, and it's TT. So there you go. Let's talk about this Tomb Raider stuff. I heard people giving it short shrift. I am very excited for this. Like the OG Tomb Raider had a huge effect on me. So I
hold on. Wait a minute. Mike Tyson is only 9 years older than 50 Cent. So once again, shout out to Pixelbit G for coming in here in the clutch with the. Come on.
Yeah, he could have played himself. Yeah. Yep. It is what it is.
Chun-Li
did. What do you think of this?
Oh no, this is can't wait for this. This is another day one. Listen, I'm gonna need all of you publishers, listen to me clearly. Publishers, releasing games in 2026. I need y'all to get together and just divvy out the year. Because if y'all release 3 of these major games in the same month, I'm flying to somebody's offices and punching them in the face. Listen, Capcom, you go and you take February and some other month in the year to do Resident Evil and Pragmata. Xbox, you work out which 4 months of the year you're gonna release Halo, Gears, Forza, Fable, right? And then you other people line it up so we get one of these major games a month, and that'll keep us all buying. We'll be all happy, and we'll have a time to play these games. Give each game a month to shine.
You mean kind of like how
these things
this is the second time we're referencing hip hop in the 90s, but kind of how hip hop was was in the 90s. They'd sit down and go, well, you release your album for this month, but as soon as you're done, we'll release our album so everybody got to eat. Is that what you're talking about? How all publishers come to the table and create a schedule for the people. I don't think that'll work, but it's a good thought. What do you think? Are you a fan of the Invincible Versus game? And what do you think of these?
No, I mean it looks cool, but
are you a fighting game guy, by the way?
No, I'm not at all.
This to me is this is like bringing back that fighting game genre in a real way. I'm excited for this game. I'm actually looking forward to playing it. This game.
Yeah, Switch exclusive. I don't know how I feel about that.
Amazing.
I don't know how I feel about non-Nintendo Switch exclusives. Because I really would like to get this on Steam, but I'm just have to get it on the Switch. Got no choice.
The first thing I saw when I saw this game, and this is kind of stitching together 2 games we've seen. Remember the game we saw a minute ago where I was like, why aren't they doing this with like Fast and the Furious, where they're doing an anime in between racing? I want that game with this art style, and it needs to be Speed Racer. That's what I want.
You know what this actually reminds me of? What's that game we talked about last week where it was like Ruffy in the Riverside, where it's like a 3D game, but you have the 2D characters?
You have the 2D characters. Yes. This has that style to it a little bit. Kind of like playing with the art style as a game mechanic, rather like as an art style mechanic rather than just the visuals. It's taking it to another level. It's really cool. It's really cool. This is, I guess, this Withering Waves. This was the mobile game, right? That people really were excited about.
That's not Withering Waves. I mean, it is kind of a problem that a lot of these things look alike, but it's really wild that they're able to do
Withering
this.
Waves. Yeah, right here. Withering Waves.
Is it?
This,
okay.
Right? Yeah, Withering Waves.
Okay,
Withering
cool.
Waves. Yeah. There you go.
But they have 3 games that look exactly like that in the show.
Exactly like each other, yes. Then Marvel Rivals added Deadpool. Do you play Marvel Rivals?
Absolutely not.
This game here excited me.
This is giving me
Gang of Dragon. Check this out. Gang of Dragon. What'd you think of this? I was excited for this.
No, it looks great. I was saying, he means business by the way his sleeves is rolled up right there.
You know he's doing wet work at this point. This man's out there.
But go back to the game before that. But the game before that.
You mean Marvel Rivals? That's what's before.
No. So after this, let it play.
Okay.
You'll see it in a second.
Marvel Rivals.
The game that's gonna give you Resogun vibes or Geometry War. You'll see it.
See? After that, it was just
it's not this. There was I don't know how.
In between it. At least not in this
list.
Like
this, like neon. Okay, let me find it.
Hold on. You mean Automech?
Could be.
You mean Automech?
Yeah, this one. Yes, and yes. Do not sleep on this.
Really? Because I felt it was a little chaotic.
Yeah, that's the point. It's like bullet hell, but it's crazy. I don't know.
Because I'm a big Geometry Wars fan, but I don't know. We'll see. I might add it to the list. We'll see. Okay. Because I'm a big Geometry Wars fan to the point where I played Geometry Survivor, like the Vampire Survivors version of Geometry Wars. But this didn't seem like it was like that for me. But okay.
Yeah, but Gang of Dragon, yes. This looks. I thought this was Project Sentry, and it was giving me Yakuza vibes, but apparently it's from one of the creators or makers.
The original Yakuza. Yeah. So there's that. And then, of course, we have 007, which It looks like it's really, really like shooting their shot.
I don't know if I
What do
need
you
to.
think of Lenny Kravitz? I don't know if I needed Lenny Kravitz. I don't know if I needed Lenny Kravitz on here. I don't know. It's cool that he's in here, all right, but I don't know if I needed him to be part of this. It's fine. Then of course we had the Rust mobile game, which we don't play, and then Warframe rather. I've tried Warframe many times, and I don't know. It hasn't spoken to me. I've tried many times because it feels like it should be something I would like, but it just hasn't spoken to me. Then we're looking at Forest 3. Did you ever play Forest 1 and 2?
This is what I was saying. This looks interesting, but where the hell's Forest 1 and 2? Wait a minute. Look at that.
It's a VR game.
Okay, it's a VR game. I understand.
Yes, Forest 1 and 2 had VR. Had VR.
I've heard of it.
There you go. Yeah. Lords of the Fallen 2.
Soul slop. But the thing is, Lords of the Fallen will get you with a good trailer, but yes, are you actually gonna want to play it once you get into it? I don't.
I mean, who knows? And what about this one? Is this another lawsuit waiting to happen? Because it looks like it to me.
I don't know.
Animo.
I kind of like
this is Power World 2.0. Animo.
Oh, well, what if they sold like plastic figurines that unlocked music with it, and they were called Animo?
This is the only PlayStation first party on this list.
Looks good. It looks good. Yeah. I will partake the moment it comes to PC. Yeah.
And it really does look like it is like part 2 of Returnal. It like the graphics, the art style, like it's even the same world seemingly.
All right, this is Diablo 4. They're adding a new class, Paladin. And again, Paladin. This trailer looks great, and I'm sure the gameplay is going to be great. But remember, Larian is about to be on your neck. But although Larian, that game ain't going to be out for years, so we might be up to Diablo 5 by the time that comes
it'll be in early access for like 15 years. And what about this No Law? This look real. It was all style.
Yeah, they should have called it No Substance.
Because look at it, like it's all basically blurry, motion blur. The motion blur, the video game.
Yeah, I'm
very swagger, whole thing. I see what they're going for. I want to see more meat on the bones, but it looks interesting. Crafting, very cool. All right, let's see what else we got here. 7 Deadly Sins.
All right, this. I can't tell if this looks interesting, but I'm intrigued.
Okay.
Now this might actually have me play a strategy game because this looks crazy. And your rig
work out your PC
if you play in this.
Yes, you can tell this will definitely work out your PC. Like you're gonna hear them fans spinning for days when you start playing this. And that's graphics, like that's actual gameplay right there. That's amazing. Looks amazing. Yep. I know the man Pixel Bit G's about this one. All right, and then Where Winds Meet. I assume DLC for Where Winds Meet, right? Like these are the kind of games I tend to not like. That I don't.
I want to try Where Winds Meet. I know it's like I don't know if it's like an online RPG, but it's not multiplayer. Now it's not multiplayer. I call this Ace Combat, a new Ace Combat, because I was like, okay, it's a flying game. There's way too much story here.
Mm-hmm. This is what you were looking for. That's what you were looking for a flight sim to do, right? To get you in.
I wanted them to have a mode,
kind of like this.
Well, sure, but it was more like what I wanted from flight sim was like I don't know if you remember the old cartoons where you had Dirt Dastardly and all the other ones.
Yeah, of course,
racing around the world.
Wacky Racers.
Yeah. I wanted that a Wacky Racers in the air with flight sim in the mode, so you could play a multiplayer where you gotta just fuel up and fly around the world, and you gotta hit certain points and get there first. That I think would be an interesting mode.
Yo, Punty's here. He's here for slander. He says Where Winds Meet sounds like something I'd name my fart.
Oh man, not like this.
All right, bro. Well done, sir. I'll allow it. Let's see. Out of words. This looks like a real cool, interesting idea, right? It looks like a small team doing interesting things. It almost looks stop motion. Real kind of interesting ideas. I wonder how long it takes to make a game like this. It looks very, very labor intensive. Very cool. And then Arc Knights.
Okay, this one looks interesting.
Arc Knights, yeah.
Yeah, wait till they show you some of the gameplay. I think they show gameplay in this one.
I don't think so.
Oh, well, forget it.
And then of course,
okay. I think they showed some gameplay during the thing because these are edited down. Yeah.
And then of course, like this is what, like I was saying, I was playing this a day or two ago. This is World of Assassinations 007. Now they're of course adding Mila Jovovich, I guess, to the mix. Yeah, very cool.
And this one is Phantom Blade Zero, which
Yes,
we got. They finally put up the store page on Steam, so you can wish list it day one on Steam, baby.
I've said this multiple times. I'll say it again. This game looks freaking amazing.
I will be
playing about an hour and a half of it at this point. I played 30 minutes 2 years ago, and no, I played 30 minutes 1 year ago, and an hour of it this year. So I played an hour and a half total. It is awesome, like so cool.
I will be playing that on my Xbox Ally. Okay, now here we go.
Yes,
this is another one. I was super excited about this.
Yeah.
Until I heard 2027, which means they probably didn't even start the game yet.
You know what I don't like about this? I love Mega Man. I need Mega Man to evolve. When I saw that Mega Man TV show, like, well, not TV show, but like Hidden Secret Level. Remember Secret Level had a Mega Man episode? Did you ever see it?
Yes.
Man, that show had me excited. I was like, man, I hope they take that lesson and make a game out of it. I don't want them to go back to being like,
what game is on screen right now? What game is this?
This is Neo 3.
Yeah, that looks interesting. I didn't know that wasn't coming to Xbox.
Sir, you coined the term. I would say this was the first to be part of that lineage. Soul Slop.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you coined that term. It is what it is. But yes, yeah.
Oh, man.
And of course, Lucian's saying it's gonna flop, right? See, and I agree with him because once again they go back to the well, starting from scratch.
I don't
give me Mega Man for a new generation. Start do something.
Well, we don't know what they're gonna do yet and what they're gonna add. Hold on, just really quickly, but just pause the video for a second.
Okay.
We literally don't know what that game is gonna be yet, and what they showed you is literally nothing. Right? You're standing there. There's some artwork happening in the background.
You know what
hold on, wait, hold on, wait,
old school stuff.
Wait a minute. It's a 2D game, right? There's nothing here yet, and we don't know what kind of new mechanics they will add and what they will do in terms of level design. And it is a 2D platformer. They're probably going to make it with well, it's Capcom, so maybe they'll use their own engine. But the point is,
this is where I agree with Lucian.
If it is, hold on a second. Let me just say what I'm saying. Let me land the plane. So let's see what they put out. And if it's not coming out till 2027, they're probably just getting started on it. What I'm saying is, it looks like nostalgia bait because they want you to know it's coming back. We don't know what the game is yet and what it's going to be. What's going to be there? It's a 2D platform.
Yeah.
Right.
To me, it looks like something I can find on my mobile phone right now, and I want more than that for Mega Man's reintroduction.
Okay. Did you want it to be a 3D game? Because they didn't show you anything. So
it can have D, which is what it is right now. It can be that.
It's not really 2.5D.
Well, the world looks 3-dimensional, and he looks flat.
Yeah, but it's still 2D. It's just like.
Well, sure, but I guess
the artwork is 3D, but it's 2D. Like, listen, just give it time. Just give it time. I'm not. You might be right, but this game is probably the kind of game that has like a 2-year cycle, and so they probably just are starting on it now, and they may add what do you call it?
Yeah. Look, I will be.
What I'm saying is they haven't showed you anything.
Mm.
That's what I'm saying. That what they showed you literally takes nothing to do, and it's coming out in 2 years.
Yeah. But again, if you are a Mega Man fan and you wish Mega Man would come back the way Mega Man used to be, like a popular IP, I think go watch Secret Level. It's a small little glimpse, but that's what I wish they were looking for. Like it can still be the Mega Man, you know, all the tropes that we've seen of Mega Man, but it could have been taken more seriously to a future audience rather than reminding me of when I was 8 and I was playing.
Listen,
you know what I mean? That's how it feels like.
Look, if you what I'm saying is, yes, there's more things you see in indie studios, but you've seen more. You saw 5 seconds. You don't know what the game is going to be yet. And a game that does Mega Man better than Mega Man is a game called Berserk Board. You can do that. I'm talking to Lucius right now. I'm not shadowboxing.
Remember, you were the one who was also super excited when Sega showed you the tiny glimpses of the remakes they were making, and Shinobi was taking it to the future. You saw that in 2 seconds when they showed it to you, and the game came out, and indeed it was. What we're saying here is
what we
the
got
2 seconds that they've shown us so far is not showing us what we saw in Shinobi, which was a next level of it.
But when you first saw Shinobi, you didn't really see that much. You didn't know that.
Yes, we did. Come on, we have digital receipts.
No, you didn't. Because I remember when you got the demo, you were like, "Oh my god!" Right? You were surprised when you saw the demo.
No, but even the demo, the small footage looked super cool. It looked like they'd evolved the formula. All we're saying is this: what they've shown us, which is similar to what Shinobi showed us as far as length, does not look like it did what Shinobi has done, which is evolve that formula. It doesn't look like that. You are right that at some point the game could come out and it could completely blow us away, and we reserve the right to be wrong, right? And we're probably wrong, and that's fine. That's good if we're wrong. But we're just saying, I'm saying, and I think Lucius agrees with me, that the small snippet we saw today is not hype-inducing like the small snippet of, say, GoldenEye Sega showed, or a little bit of what they showed for Jet Set Radio, right? Those look like old school games that have evolved, and this doesn't look like it.
I'm not telling you need to be excited. I'm telling you.
There you go. It's wild when Lucius and I agree on so well on these things. He says, I almost saw nothing about Crazy Taxi, but that looked way more impressive. 1,000%. That's what I'm talking about. Right? It just looks like they harken too much on the nostalgia bait on this one. We shall see. I hope I'm wrong. I will gladly sit here and watch Everborn Saga like take victory laps all around.
But it's not about me taking a victory lap, because I'm not saying how to feel about it. I'm saying a game like this, of this caliber, 2D platform or whatever, that's coming out in 2 years now, they basically haven't even started it yet. So what? I'm not judging.
So what they're showing you could just be like a concept of nothing. Sure.
Exactly.
Okay.
If you say you need to see more, that's literally what I'm saying. I agree, but I'm saying I'm not feeling bad or good about it until I see more.
Well, then, with that in mind, since your timeline does line up, we can then make our critique known now in the hopes that in 2 years from now it's correct. We can say what we're seeing here is not necessarily what we want, and hopefully, when we see it next time, it will look more like Secret Level than it does here. We'll see, but I think that's about it. And that last bit of back and forth, that is a preview of our Discord, ladies and gentlemen. Join us on the Discord, where you'll get a lot of back and forth from us from time to time when it comes to these interesting topics. I think there's a lot more still to be discussed about the Keeleys. I'd rather say it's an A or a B.
Yeah. The other thing is High Guard did not impress me at all.
How so?
It just looked like Overwatch with a medieval skin. I don't know. It did nothing for me.
Yeah. I didn't think High Guard was, and I know people were like, that was supposed to be the
it looked better than 4-Loop, but
but barely. Yeah, barely. You're right. So High Guard, by the way, was the last thing shown on this in this list. But But no, look. By and large, though, I do think this was a very successful show. Do you disagree?
No, I give it.
I think this is one of the better ones.
I give it an 8.5. I don't think the reveals were as big as in previous years, but apart from that, that's why it gets an 8.5 and not a 9. But I thought it was a very solid show.
I don't know what you're talking about between Bradley the Beaver, Badger. I say Beaver, but Bradley the Badger and Control 2. I was very happy, very happy with what I saw. I thought from just a like reveals perspective, I really enjoyed. I really enjoyed it. Yeah. But yeah, I think that's it, ladies and gentlemen. A little bit of housekeeping before we get out of here. I think we have maybe one more in the tank for 2025 before we close out the year. We have one more show next week on the, looking at the calendar real quick, on the 20th, right? And then Mr. Everborn Saga, you're off on vacation, right?
Yep. I leave on the 22nd.
Fantastic, sir. All right. Well,
next weekend
is before that week.
For the year.
I know we'll be in the Discord, right? You and I will be in the Discord, frequenting and hanging out with the fam and talking to the community. Where else can they keep up with all of your ongoing, sir? These days, are you on Twitter much?
Almost never, unless something I predicted happens, and then I'll go there to gloat. Other than that, other than that, no. If you want to talk to me, come to the Discord.
Okay. Me too. You know, you'll catch me on the Twitter streets from time to time, but I just keep my account alive. Usually, if you want to have great conversations, you want to frequent chat with us, come join the Discord. Again, that is discord.gg/tgcp. We are always there between myself, Everborn, and all the other great community members. We always hang out there, have lots of stuff to discuss. One thing, actually, I want to discuss before we get out of here. We're now in the middle of creating the ultimate games list. I put this together like a week ago. I'm asking that anybody and everybody jump in on there. You'll see it when you jump into the Discord. The ultimate games list. It's in the list. And basically all we're asking you to do is jump on there and decide what your favorite games are. You know, you have a favorite list of Nintendo games, put them out there. Super Nintendo, PlayStation, no matter what retro games you want to talk about, put the list out there. I'm going to give it until January. So after the holiday season subsides and everything's done and New Year's is over and all that, when we come back in 2026, we're going to spend either a week or two, depending on how crazy the deliberations goes, just whittling down those lists to become 5 or 10 per platform. So if it's a 2D game or a 2D platform, 10 games. If it's a 3D platform, 5 games. Meaning, what are the best 5 PS3 games, PS2 games, PS1 game? And we're going to deliberate on that. Maybe a week or two to get all that whittled down. So, yeah, I think it's going to bring a lot of fun, and then ultimately we'll have like the list that everyone can compare against, and might do some interesting fun things with that as well. But yeah, that's what I think we're going to be doing. So come catch us for one more show, and I think that's that. Mr. Everborn Saga, anything else that we need to go over before we get out of here?
No, I think that's it, man. Just go to the Discord, go to everbornsaga.com, you know, get the merch, get the comics, you know the rest.
All right. Well, that's it, man. Thank y'all so much for hanging out with us. There's like a couple 200 plus channel people watching us between all the various platforms.
How many likes do we have?
250. Let's see. How many likes do we have? That is a good question before we get out of here. Last I checked, we had 67 likes. Maybe we can get to 100.
That is a travesty. Can we get to 100 before we get out of here, people?
You know. But you know what? We're not gonna let you. We're not gonna belabor the point too much longer. We appreciate y'all for continuing to rock with us. If you happen to and you feel like
hold on a minute. We need to bring shame back to society. If you've been listening here for 2.5 hours, you can hit the like button. It doesn't cost you any money. We're not asking for any money. We're not asking for super chats. We're not even asking for subs. Hit the like button. It's not gonna kill you.
There you go.
Can do it. I believe in you.
You can do it. It doesn't hurt. It doesn't hurt. It doesn't hurt the fingers. You hit it. It doesn't cost you any money, right? But I will also say, if you like what we do here and you want to support what we do, right, you could always potentially just Mr. Everborn Saga has said it to you time and time again. I will say it to you once more. You can head to the Everborn Saga website, right? And you can maybe grab a couple comic books. Why not? And of course, when you do so, you put GCP in the checkout during the checkout process, and you save 15%. We are now during the holiday season, so maybe you got somebody in your life that would enjoy some comic books. Maybe they would enjoy some apparel from your favorite content creators and your favorite web creators and your favorite authors, right? So support the man. Check out the
they could do that, and I would appreciate that. But that's not where the shame comes in. The shame comes in if you didn't hit like yet.
Oh well, there's that too. There's that.
I want you to look yourself in the mirror and ask yourself why you didn't hit like.
Why you didn't hit the like button? Do you not like what these brothers do for you every week? Do you not enjoy their show that they provide you every week? Hit that like button, ladies and gentlemen. But on that note, I think that's it from us, ladies and gentlemen. We've had a great time. We've talked some games. I actually think I'm about to go back to play some more games with the kiddos. This is going to be a gaming weekend, but yeah, that's it for me.
I think I'm going to go back to Terminator 2D No Fate.
Yeah, I got to start playing that. For my birthday weekend, it's going to be all Dispatch. I'm waiting for the Christmas weekend. I'm going to play Dispatch like one shot. So that's what I'm doing. But all right, till next week. Peace. Have a good one.
Thanks for being on it.